Arturo Dark Knight, he's one of our best listeners.
Oh, UV.
Okay.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
Hey, welcome back to another RSG live stream. It's Wednesday. It's the day after Christmas. Ho, 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 and the jolly old whatever thing. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. I'm back on my hiatus of visiting the Familia for Christmas. Hope everybody had a wonderful holidays. We're just here to hang out, have fun. If you're new, this is our Wednesday night stream, the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Hero community. Glad to have everybody here. With that being said, let's introduce everybody and get this party started right. Joining me, of course, is my hetero life mate, the one and only troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman.
Happy holidays, bro.
No, why? See, why are you going to be ruining it? Why are you going to bring me that pirate garbage here?
I'd be saying the bruh to make it more modern.
I'm not going to let you and Team Money hang out anymore. If you're going to keep doing this.
She be my Ewok life mate.
I'm going to stick one of those Ewok poles straight up your ass, Finn. Leave you outside as an example of what not to do. So keep it up. Laugh it up, fuzzball. All right. Also joining us, that lovely Laffy here, of course, is the one and only Tits McVenom is here as well.
Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Not much. I just finished a bowl of ice cream and apple pie, and I'm ready for the stream.
Mm-hmm. Did you just say Ebola ice cream?
A bowl.
That's what I heard. See what he does, Tits? This is why he needs to go on the timeout. I mean,
I thought you were turning into Harry Carey. We came back from break.
Hey, bowl of ice cream! Do you like to eat ice cream but don't get the disease aftertaste that you're looking for? Well, we got a plan for you. Not only will you get brain freeze, but blood will flow right out of your eyeballs. Ebola ice cream.
See, that's why I thought. I've been around Ranger and Harry Carey too long. I totally thought you said Ebola ice cream.
All right. Also joining us, we have the lovely Ouchie Dumpling with us as well.
Hello. Oh, hey, Ouchie.
And Ouchie's here because she is fulfilling a promise.
I am.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we will be unlocking Count Dooku and Ouchie Dumpling's account. I think the world is ending as I said that.
Oh. That is so exciting.
No.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, just for the record, the thing says that part voice is making me want to downvote. Well, don't do it, Thane, because I already took care of it, damn it. You can't downvote if I berate him live on the stream. Now, knock that off, Thane. You're just trolling. Now, you're trolling me because of Finn trolling me.
Aye.
That's the Dutch door action thing. I don't know. It's a haiku. But welcome to the Wednesday night stream. Let's knock out the mechanisms real quick. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up on the video. It helps spread our message out to the YouTube world. So more people that give us upvotes and views, the more people will want to look at it and give us more upvotes and views. That's kind of how it works. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And then you know when we're doing a lot of live streams that we do, you'll get a message known when we are. All you have to do is hit that little bell.
You said doo-doo.
You said doo-doo.
It's like I'm with a bunch of little bastard kindergartners.
I mean, it was kind of funny.
So Ebola is you know what? I'm not even going to bring it up because then I'll go back into Harry Carey and
There you go.
Yeah, we won't get anything done. Also, if you haven't checked out our Patreon, please do. We're very appreciative of all our Patreon accounts, or people that help support us to keep this running. If you love the content and you want to keep it running, by all means, please become a Patreon sponsor. Anything from $5 on up, you can pick different levels, and for different levels, the more you donate a month, the more cool stuff you get with doing that. So I think that's all the mechanisms. We've got the Tiltify campaign going up there. We are raising money for the American Cancer Society. If you'd like to donate to the American Cancer Society, you're more than welcome. You can see that we're at 4,300 something, Finn.
Yeah, 43.58.
43.58 of our goal of 15,000. So if you would like to support our cause of helping the American Cancer Society, please do. We will be having another huge mega stream. We got to get there, guys, because we got a half marathon to run. So we got to raise the money too. Dude said half marathon to raise money. It's a circle of life. But that's the plan. So please check that out. All right, so that's all the mechanisms. Now let us get into our fun stuff. Not a lot of news today, so we'll cover what news there is, and then we're just gonna, you know what? I've got a lot of the events in the game. We're just gonna go in game and have fun. First thing is we've got the video of the week, and Finn, what is the video of the week that we're looking at here?
So, well, first, let me do the shout-out word of the day so
Okay.
we can get people to type it out. So our shout-out word of the day is holiday. 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 So go ahead and type holiday in the chat, and we will have shout-outs right after we're done with kind of the few introductory things. So make sure you get those in now, because once we finish talking about the video of the week, that will kind of be your last opportunity to guarantee, well, hopefully, assuming Nightbot catches it, you'll be able to get your shout out.
Yeah, spell the word correctly. That's why we make them simple.
Don't spell it like you think somebody else would spell it, Grim.
Yeah, if you misspell it and we don't catch it, that's on you. Either one for
Yeah,
copying
not
Grande.
2 L's for Doc Holiday.
No. And no U's, no E's. Holiday, HOLIDAY. Holiday. That's simple.
Keep it simple, stupid. Alrighty then. Now we get
now
to the
the
video. The video. Yes, the video.
Yeah, so this is a video done by our buddy, Xylo Takedown.
He's not my buddy. I just have him around for The Apprentice.
That's true. Well,
My
yeah.
apprentice is growing stronger. We'll kill Finn one day.
So this is a video that he put together actually of a bug with Bosk that shows Bosk attacking the weakest target because of his basically his AI, right? In order to get the contract, and he keeps on attacking the box that's already destroyed after a topple. And so you see Bosk just attacking the box repeatedly, doing
It's like watching
nothing.
Benny Hill.
Yeah.
The
The funniest part is it says weakest, like it's somehow triggering his contract. It's the weirdest thing. So that is the video of the week. It's a pretty fun video going into the holidays, just watching Bosk basically do nothing, and then Boba attacking the ground or something. It's weird the way that
wonderful. It's
What?
glorious.
Yeah, that's so odd.
Yeah, it's a fun little bug here. I don't know where the hell Boba's targeting. It's like targeting the ground to like ricochet shot Rancor in the crotch or something. It's bizarre. So that is the video of the week. We also have our Twitter question. So if you go to our Twitter, and our handle is, you can see it on the screen, Reality Skewed Gamers, with no vowels in the skewed and gamers. So it's Reality SKWD GMRS. Reality Skewed Gamers, no vowels in the skewed and gamers, Reality SKWD GMRS. If you go to our Twitter page, we have our Twitter question. And by the time our next stream comes around, it will be 2019. This is our last SWGOH live stream of 2019.
Wow.
So, with that being the case, our Twitter question simply is, for the new year, right, with all this New Year's stuff and obviously the New Year's resolution, what is your SWGOH New Year's resolution? That's simple. What is SWGOH New Year's resolution?
I mean, we already have our regular.
You have your regular ones, right?
Right,
so
right.
you can, if you want,
For
you
us,
can put
it's to get in shape
but I'm
to run this
interested in
half
what
marathon.
you want to do in Galaxy of Heroes in this next year. So
Mine's to get you to stop calling it SWGOH.
Nah, that's not happening.
No, it's not happening.
I've been calling it SWGOH since before calling it SWGOH was cool.
Yeah.
And it never was cool, so I'm still calling
We
it.
started that. That was us. That was us. Yeah. What do you mean? Is that cool, Titch? You're supposed to be on our side. Jesus.
I am always. I
don't know.
I can pick on you. No one else is allowed to pick on you, but I can pick on you.
But this is
Like
true.
brothers.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. Yes. Science.
So make sure that you do go to the Twitter page, put in those, and we'll read those towards the end of the stream. This is going to be a lot more of a fun stream with you guys to kind of round out the year because there's not a lot going on. So
not a lot to talk about, but we're going to get into I'm going to do all the events, and I've got my 3v3 battles. I haven't really cared, but we'll go in there and we can look at what's there on defense, and we'll do some of that stuff while we answer questions, and we'll have some fun in game. Why not? We have nothing really much else to get going on. But it is now time to do the shout-outs. Now, I was thinking for the VIP shout-outs, Finn, that I should do the VIP shout-outs as Mr. Hanky. And then we could do something else for the regular shout-outs.
I agree. I think that would be pretty awesome.
That would be very Christmas appropriate.
Sure is. So, howdy, everybody. Mr. Hanky here. Boy, Titch, you sure do smell like flowers. Did you just come from the bathroom? Well, Titch is all discombobulated from all the Christmas spirit. All right, well, we got some VIPs that we need to talk about, so let's get them on. All these are our special Go Patreon VIPs. They have the Christmas spirit, Finn. How come nobody's talking? Finn, you piece of crap.
Stop laughing. I can't.
All right, let's get this party started. We got Chopper Busy, he's very flowery. Contingent 33, Corinth, Darth Teflon, that's where I kind of feel coming into the Christmas season. Harbinger, Mars Canada, Pete Lamb, The Revenator, Roast Taco. Don't eat a lot of those, you're going to get your own, Mr. Hanky. Slash Van Road, Spaceman, Tim Tangent, Tallywhack. Well, that's not a very nice name. Who wants to Tallywhack? Hey, you changed your name. That's not very Christmassy. Tenebris, The Tour, Walter Arnold, War Bobby, and Zarathustra. Happy Christmas and Merry New Year!
Okay, so those were our patron shout-outs. So shout out. God, Captain Obvious, he sounds like my grandpa after a couple of balloons.
Yeah, shut up, Captain Obvious. It's a Christmas time. Captain Obvious doesn't have the Christmas spirit. He's a butthole.
Let's do the chat shout-outs now. So I'm putting those in chat right now. We have our.
Hey, I can't read all those, Finn. My voice is gonna go down the crapper. Haha, see what I did?
Alright, so let's have McVenom. Loki is out there somewhere waiting.
Okay.
You know he's waiting to hear you.
Yes. I'm
Who?
sure somewhere.
Loki is somewhere out there.
Oh, yeah, somewhere he
waiting
just
to hear
he just
McVenom.
pulled off. It's like, I feel a presence I haven't felt since last week.
I just had a...
It's still here. It's a lingering effect from last week when McVenom and Ouchie were.
He told
were
us
reading.
to shut the hell up.
Yep.
It was
yeah,
me,
yeah.
Ouchie, and T-Money.
And T-Money.
Yeah, he was in overload.
Yeah, the Loki presence still lingers.
Oh. All right. So our shout outs for today are Atomic Robot, B. Masu, B. Captain Obvious, Clone Troop 211, Darth Tellywhack My Knacker.
Hey, that's a dirty word.
You're gonna make me sick. Stop.
Come on, get to the Christmas spirit, Tits. Wait a minute, Tits McFadden, that's not a Christmassy word either. What's wrong with you? Why can't you be booby, McMadam?
Oh, you're so gonna lose your voice tomorrow.
Pretty much.
Grim Hellenics from UWOL Corellia and the GRDS. Jason.
Yes, you can read the next name, Tits. It's all right.
Did we lose Miss Venom?
No, every time.
Wait. You there?
Yeah.
You cut out after Hellenix.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
You. That's probably because I've got 5 different games running in the background. Hold on a second. Let me delete those. All right, now?
Good.
Perfect. Yep. Okay. Jason Hobby, Jason Hommel, Jason Krulik, JVU 420, Kazakagi Too Easy, Molly, Maz Kanata, Miss Farquhar, Moss Mike, OG Mac 7, Raza 972, Reaper, Red 5, Revenator, Rio Zoba, XJ, RSG Vormax, Sanely Red, Silverbolt, Slama, MC, Slash Van Rhodes, Takedown Games, The Tour, Vito Onto, and Xylo 1111.
Merry Christmas.
So apparently, Mr. Hanky is a trigger for McVenom.
Shut up, Finn. Your Christmas spirit
I
sucks.
just keep picturing Mr. Hanky like float. We need to go back and edit this in, like Mr. Hanky floating across
Mr.
Ranger's screen there.
I know.
Like just
I'm
like
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. You love me and I love you.
Sometimes he's nutty, sometimes he's corny, he be brown or greenish brown.
That's right.
God. Okay. So, we're going to start something now that we're going to try and do for you guys kind of moving forward in these streams.
More Christmas?
No, we can't cover Christmas all the time. That would be
Well,
way too...
damn it, Finn, you need to eat more fiber in your diet.
You would
That'd be
also
a
dry
little-
out, Mr. Hanky.
Oh, no.
God. I'm having a conversation with Christmas poo. Okay. So, we're gonna do, we covered this back when it first came out, and that's the calendar. So it was helpful to go over the calendar, but what we're gonna do kind of moving forward here also to kind of help out is to review the calendar and kind of show you guys what's coming up in the next week as well. So you have that information for you. So let's go ahead and bring up the calendar.
Yeah, I'm going down to the 26th.
Okay. So if we look at the calendar,
Can I just say I hate what they did with the colors of this calendar spreadsheet. I mean, I like that they variegated it
That's
and
a
all.
standard
but, like,
Excel
why did
spreadsheet.
No, it's not. Standard Excel is like gray and blue
Maybe in your Excel world.
in the normal Excel world.
In the regular Excel world, it's always a blank, greenish, ugly color like this nonsense.
Well, it's awful. And it
Okay.
hurts my sensibilities.
Oh,
it reminds me of the old paper that used to print on in like
Yes.
the libraries with the thing that would go back and forth and
I'm getting deja vu. Didn't we have this conversation about the holes
Yes,
in the
we did.
side and then the crinkle cutting?
Yep,
Like,
we did. We had this exact
Okay.
same conversation when we discussed the calendar the first time. So,
so I'm redundant, the one that's bringing it up again, that I hate this paper.
no, it's because it's true. They need to change the color scheme. There you go. From McVenom directly, you have to change the color scheme.
Serious.
So, what we're looking at is the stuff that's coming up in the next week, right? So the rest of December here. So tomorrow we have beginning with the Jedi and Tusken Omega battle, right? We have the Forest Moon Assault battle. We've had a lot of Omega. I want to
Yes.
discuss that too. We'll discuss kind of all the events and stuff we've had and what your guys' thoughts and everything are. But we have the Jedi Tusken Omega battle, Forest Moon Assault battle, Home One Fleet Mastery that started today. Tomorrow will begin the Wookiee, the Chewie event. So for those of you guys that didn't get it the first time around, now is the time to work on it. It's going to be here until the 8th of January. So you have about 10 days or so in order to start working and getting it done. We have the Sith and Droid Omega battles tomorrow. We have Secrets and Shadows Assault battle for 2 days. We have the Endurance Fleet Mastery for 1 day. Then we have the Emperor Demise, which is the EP Legendary Event Mythic, starting tomorrow. We have starting on the 28th, we have the Night Sisters and Jawa Omega battles. We have the Geonosian Fleet Tactics Advanced Fleet Mastery. Starting, we have the Rebel Roundup on the 28th, the Daring Droid Mythic, which is the R2 Legendary Mythic, on the 28th. Resistance and Clones Omega battles. We have Places of Power Assault battles. We have Pieces and Plans, which is the BB-8 Legendary Mythic, starting on the 29th for 2 days. Then we have Defense of Dathomir, which is the heroic thing, starting on the 31st. So that's the Night Sister one. We also have, starting on the 28th, our 4th Grand Arena. So that is kind of all the events that are coming up in Galaxy of Heroes for the next week, roughly. We'll get another calendar, I'm sure, as we get towards the end of December for January. So there may be something starting January 1st, but up until January 1st, there is your calendar. So, that being said, we have had a crazy number of events and stuff that they put into the tables.
I love it.
I love it too. McVenom, Ouchie, what do you guys think? What do you ladies think?
My mod cuppeth overflow.
Me doth think thou protest too much.
Well, you know me, guys. I don't really pay attention as much as I should when it's stuff going on. Like, when I've got stuff going on at home or at work or with friends and family. I'm not one of those people that has people around me and I'm in my phone a lot. So it was a little bit much. I just didn't get to hit all of them. But I thought it was really cool, especially for people that maybe are, don't have a lot of family or don't have a lot going on Christmas. I think it was actually a really nice thing. Like Finn.
Yeah.
More for people who are tired of their family and just want to go hide in the bathroom.
Break. Yeah, I want a little break and get some cool rewards. I mean, that was
making another Mr. Hanky.
I almost got kicked out of my guild for not doing my CMs on Christmas, but no, I didn't get kicked out. But they fussed at me a little bit.
Tits,
it was fun. It was fine. Everything's fine.
I can just see the next Tits roster review.
Hey, I am so on track.
We'll see.
If we look at your arena, will it look like you're on track, or will it look like you're on track when we're actually getting closer to you?
Well, today it's not because like I said, it's Christmas. I didn't really pay attention to arena on Christmas.
No, today is not Christmas. Tits.
But for the last, it's considered the day after Christmas. It runs together.
I mean, it is Box Day. But
and then tomorrow is like halfway between Christmas and New Year's, and then the day after is even closer to in the midst. So
it's
you can't
the
expect
holiday week, really.
It's the holiday
it's the 12
season.
days of Christmas.
All
and do and
there's 12 days of Christmas, so it lasts.
Technically,
apparently there's 12 days before and 12 days after.
No, technically you can say December 23rd because there's a lot of panic shopping. So that's out. Then the 24th is Christmas Eve. Ooh, we have a space for you and Zai. I would so jump ship for Zai. Man, forget that.
That's the guild with all the cool people.
They are all cool.
Little Maurice, Bimasu, Arnold, Mist. They're a pretty exclusive club.
I would be one of the awkward people.
My Scottish friend, Janojo.
Hello, hey, thanks for the welcome. Welcome to you too. I'm gonna be completely awkward when I walk in because they're all ridiculously cool people.
I will say though, these events did bring something to light that I knew it beforehand, but it's just kind of it's exponentially worse. Damn, 8 waves is so many to get through on some of these events.
You put on auto and go look at porn. God damn, Finn.
I can't auto the
Which
Ewok one.
Really?
Like the Empire one to go against Ewoks? I can't auto that. My Empire will die if I don't control it.
No, the Mythic one I can't, but the other 3
that's the one I'm talking about.
That's the only one it's just because it does stupid stuff,
I audited it today with C-3PO.
Oh.
And I mean, the Jedi one, I can't do that because I lose in wave 4 if I'm not careful on that one with the Grievous and everything. Because if you don't properly dispel and all that, the AI will dispel the stupidest things. If you don't dispel the Death Mark or the healing immunity, your team falls apart. The 8 waves tends to be a lot. I wish they brought it down a little bit. That's the only thing. And this goes with the territory battles as well on the light side. where we have 6 there, we have 4 on the dark side, and you can kind of feel the difference where it's more waves. So I'm hoping at some point they bring down the number of waves, because there is kind of an attrition factor to that just gets kind of it gets kind of annoying. Like when there's only one event, it's like, okay, I can set aside a little bit of time to do this. But when there's like multiple days in a row, God, and I need those omegas. I want those omegas. So that was the only thing.
This has been Finn bitches for no reason.
No, it's not. It takes too long. I don't know how you can do that in a bathroom break. I'll tell you right now.
I sit there. I was hanging out with the family and just auto talk to my mom for until it was done. Go back, hit auto, and talk to my mom some more. Auto, continue watching the program on there. I gotta say,
I'm not talking about the lower one. I'm talking specifically about the highest level.
Oh,
heroic.
Quit sheer belly aching, Finn. We all have things we can't get accomplished. We still do.
Well.
All right. So let's move on to the next subject, because I don't want to hear Finn anymore. Accidental
Y'all
chromium.
both need a Snickers, both of you. I made a Snickers pie. Would you like some?
Yeah, send me some, please. Jesus Christ.
All right, that'd be sounding delicious.
Oh, so you see what he did there? He did it again.
Dude, he did it just a bitch.
Stupid Finn. I'm gonna make sure he gets lots of fiber in his diet.
Awful.
I'd be making 2 Mr. Hankies a day.
T-Money's gonna come get you for taking her thing.
I know,
That's
right?
her thing, man. You don't take someone's thing.
Yeah.
I'd be a pirate for T-Money, and she'd be an Ewok for me. It'd work out well.
All right, we've got the next one that says accidental chromium purchases, if you would be so kind. Tits?
Oh, yeah. You know, I did this, and I did not submit a ticket. It sucks. I missed the window for submitting a ticket, apparently.
Well, why don't you share with the rest of the community what's happening?
I know. I'm stalling for time as I pull it up. So
don't
blow my cover. Yeah. Don't blow my cover here.
So,
no, it's not like anybody just heard you say that. So.
Yeah.
Well, I had to, because Ranger kept putting pressure on me. Okay, accidental chromium purchases. Yesterday, we changed the location of museum.
There's something more important before that.
What?
Read how he starts it.
Huh?
Hiya, Holotable Heroes.
He said hiya. He has used the Cozy Spoon intro.
No. He's done that before, I think.
No, he's said like hi. I don't think he's ever said hiya.
Oh, really?
We've had an influence on our friend CGB Com.
I feel like he's done it before.
Who, by the way, if you haven't watched you should go back and watch the charity stream when they're playing. What's that game you guys were playing?
Chicken Horse, Duck, Monkey.
Chicken Horse.
Yeah. He kicked their ass.
He trolled us is what he did.
Kicked their ass.
I got a controller specifically for the rematch at some point. I'm going to be practicing.
We need to practice. Let's practice after the stream tonight. Let's play some.
Sure. I just want to see tits like jump off. Actually, we should do that. Listen, you did it. I did it. I just was watching. Like, where's the chicken? There she is. Okay, it's going back and forth, and it jumped off the cliff. I couldn't help it. You did it. I didn't make that up. It's not like I said.
Then you know what? After this, you're gonna play with us too, and we'll see how well you can keep your chicken on there.
Yeah. So Crumb has only said hiya one other time, and that was in August of 2017 when I think he first came on for Cozy.
Yeah.
So hiya is a new thing for SB Crumb, and it was not missed. It was not.
Okay. So, yesterday we changed the location of Bronzium packs to save you some scrolling, but many of you found out that a 2 to 3 year habit can be hard to break. While it was in the patch notes, some folks accidentally purchased a chromium out of force of habit. Not that I almost did it myself or anything.
That's
wink,
right.
wink. Well, good news for those so dedicated. We will give you 1 chromium pack, 350 worth of crystals back to you if you purchase one on accident between the patch released yesterday and 12 p.m. Pacific today. All you need to do is send in a ticket from inside the game or head over to this page to access the support site. They will verify that you have purchased one within the time frame above and credit you the crystals. Thank you for being an awesome community. Don't forget to look before you click. I did this, but then I didn't realize that they would give you this until
you still can.
morning. No, it said You have to do
That's
it during
when you
that
had
time
to have
frame.
done the click. You had to have done the click between the release and December 20th. When did you buy the Chromium?
That's what I just said. I did the click right after it happened.
So that wait.
Yeah.
The day after the patch, like that
The
day.
day after the patch would have put you in this time frame.
Yeah.
Okay.
So open the ticket. I mean, they'll check. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no harm in doing it. If you did
Yeah.
it the day after the patch came out, you had to do it between the patch release and then December 20th at 12 p.m. Pacific time.
The reason we're having you do this, Tits, is because we don't want to hear you like, oh, I didn't do all my farming that day because, well, I had done the Chromium 350 thing.
I
really
did.
set me back. Really set me back a couple of days, guys. I don't know what.
Yeah, I did that. I think I was somewhere in public too, and I cursed out loud, and then I felt really bad about it.
All right. So if that happened to you, then by all means, submit your ticket and get your crystals back, folks. That's how it works.
I'm sure it happened to a lot of people.
Sure, I'm sure. It
I
is.
did that even before they moved the Bronzium, so that's kind of sucky. But so this time I almost did that, but instead what I did is I slid all the way to the end, realized there wasn't Bronzium, then had to slide all the way back. It's like the slide of shame to realize that you've already passed it and it's right at the beginning to go all the way back, and then you have to see it PAX the second time around. It really feels like a slide of shame. I did that a couple of times after the release. I didn't buy a Chromium because I saw there was no Bronzium, but multiple times I've had to go all the way back to the beginning from the end in order to get back to it. It's kind of sad.
All right. Sadness in the world of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Let us move on. What's next, Finn?
Speaking of sadness, it's time for the meta report.
Hey, the meta report.
Hooray!
I'm trying to think of something better than a bowl of ice cream, but I can't.
Well, the bowl of ice cream can sponsor this too.
Snickers pie.
Hey!
Mr. Hankey's Christmas CD?
No! You know, I just had a good idea. Hey, if you're looking for dessert, get some of that delicious Tits McVenom Ebola Hershey pie. Now that it's full of chocolate ice cream goodness, it'll make you sick as a dog and then kill you. Make sure to enjoy every bite because it'll be your last.
God.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Unless you want me to talk about Beth again, Finn.
Oh, God, no.
Nope.
All right, we'll stick with Ebola.
So,
Hey,
okay,
Finn,
so-
did you know that Ebola comes from Scandinavia?
No, I didn't.
It's true. It's from the Vikings. I think they brought it to the New World when they were coming across there with Leif Erikson and them.
All right, meta report. There's no way to transition from that. Okay.
There's no. The transition from Harry Carey is always awkward. Like there's no way to follow it.
It's not your guys' fault. I'm just that goddamn sexual.
See, what do you do with that?
Well, I just kind of walk around.
It's still at the top.
I kind of walk around and like, hey, baby, Harry Carey here.
Oh my God, you went like King of the Hill when you said that.
He did, baby. It's still like Bobby.
You sounded like Hank.
No.
Hey, God damn it, Bobby, what did I tell you about being a pervert? Boy, I'll tell you what, they don't do these meta reports like they used to. There used to be a lot of good information on here. And now all it is a bunch of pie.
Okay, so for the meta report, we still have Revan at the top. We have Traya at second, which we kind of expected. We're seeing a rise of Commander Luke. Emperor Palpatine is also kind of up there, so they're both relatively close. We're seeing the rise of CLS with C-3PO being able to counter some of these teams, and it's a couple of different variations. The one I'm seeing the most is CLS, C-3PO, Chewie, Thrawn, and Han. So I'm not seeing a lot of R2. R2 is
I
one of the
am.
teams that's being used more common. So yeah, I was going to go around. What CLS teams, if any, are you guys seeing on your shards?
Full Rebel. CLS, Han, Chewie, R2, and C-3PO. That team, Jesus. If it gets going and you get bad RNG, you won't get a chance to go. It will knock the crap out of you.
McVenom, do you see any at the top of your arena shard?
She doesn't do PvP.
Look at it right now.
Yeah, she's
I don't
not.
see any.
Yeah.
No CLS leads on yours?
None.
No, tits. You have to
all
actually.
the way to the top. Wait a minute. Wait. There's one at rank 43 that's got no C3PO in it though. It's the CLS.
That's like the old.
Yeah. No one in the top 50.
Interesting. How about you, Ouchie?
I'm sorry, what? I was reading chat.
No.
Do you see any CLS leads in your arena shard at the top?
What do you consider the top? Top 50?
Top 50, yeah. The one that you can kind of see on the ranking list.
Yes, like one or two. Actually, I can pull it up just to verify my answers as correct. It's mostly Revan with Traya, but there's a CLS in number 4 and number 8.
There you go.
What are the teams? Do they have R2 or do they have Thrawn? I think the other 4 tend to be set. CLS, Han, Chewie, and C-3PO. It seems like that 5th position is either R2 or Thrawn. So what do you see?
Well, this one has Old Ben with just 1 Zeta. That's the guy at number 4.
Interesting.
And number 8 has R2. I've not tried the Old Ben yet.
Yeah, the Old Ben seems kind of intriguing.
Let's see, 28. It's an R2. 30. R2. Most of these are R2s, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, so we're seeing that a lot then. So you can see the rise of CLS here again into the meta. He had kind of been falling out, but again, he's back in there. C-3PO seems to have brought some life back to him.
I mean, he's currently my leader. He made me switch from Night Sisters. I have permanently got my CLS team in Arena now.
That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's also because I don't hit Revans. If I see a Revan, I skip over it, like leapfrog, and just jump on all the Treyas. Sorry, Treya lovers.
That's definitely a strategy. So, so we're seeing the CLS kind of improving here. So we'll kind of keep a track of it. I don't think it's really going to displace Revan per se, but it's probably going to start displacing some of the Treyas, and we'll see it more for climbing. And I think you'll also see kind of a drop in Palpatine as well. So we'll see kind of how those two go. So that's pretty much the meta report.
The meta report, Nexus Fleet meta.
Yeah. So again, really cool that they have the fleet meta.
No, nothing's changed. It's still Chimera. It's still the same kind of line as we saw previously. So the meta for the ships is not going to change, guys, for a while until we get some.
I think it is actually going to start changing a little bit here soon once more people start getting Xanadu Blood. I think you're going to start seeing the Houndstooth Xanadu Blood Ghost lineup a little bit more. Right now, it's on the list, right? But it's down in like the 2% range. It's like 115 with Executrix lead and 104 people with the Chimera lead. And it's because Xanadu Blood is one of the newer ships, right? So people don't have it yet at a reasonable thing. It's a little bit of a squishy ship, so unless you get it to 7 stars, it may get taken out somewhat easy. But once you get a 7-star Houndstooth and a Xanadu Blood, probably in about a month or so, I think we're going to start seeing those two teams. Which if you scroll down in the squads ranger, it's again 115 and 104. It's Ghost, Houndstooth, Xanadu Blood. The 115 is Executrix lead. The 104 is the Chimera lead. I think those two are going to start slowly rising up because that is one of the more dominant fleet lineups. The other one is currently has 215 people with it, which is the Endurance. I think Endurance is a little bit underrated right now because it really does feel like very much of a defensive ship, and so not a lot of people have kind of went over to it yet, but I think it's slowly going to start gaining more traction. That one is Houndstooth, Umbaran and Xanadu Blood, and I think that's also going to be a lineup that we're going to see a lot of soon.
All right. Let us get into mod meta report. Not, this is really for us. You can just we mentioned this before, but I just want to cover this one again. If you're thinking about what you want to use for mods and get some ideas, this is a great report to look at what Arena Rank 100 mods are using, especially for Arena. Gives you some good ideas on that. So I just wanted to highlight that real quick. And then we get to the Zeta Omega report. Anything in here, Finn, that you want to cover?
No, nothing in particular. Okay. I think this one is pretty solid. Yeah.
All right, that was the Fleet Meta Mod Zeta Omega report brought to you by Ebola Ice Cream Hershey Pie Chocolate. Tits McVenum's homebrew special brand. And it's good quality Ebola because Tits is a nurse. Only the best for our fans. So take a bite, enjoy it, and go into bliss. Literally, you're going straight to heaven.
Oh my god.
Since when do nurses have good Ebola?
Well, it's not a proven scientific fact, but I have inside information. Doctors don't do shit. It's all the nurses. If you want anything from a hospital, go to the source, and that ain't the doctor. They're going to argue with you about, like, doctor, but I need 20 cases of morphine.
The nurse will just look it up.
She'll get you squared away like a football bat.
So funny.
All right, let's move on. We got something exciting. We've got Ouchie Dumpling getting ready to do her. Well, right now it looks like she's doing 3v3 battles. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Let's take a insider view of this. Oh, she got off of it. She was worried I would do some side-by-side analysis. I did that for Tits for Heroes of the Storm.
He's quite mean with it, too.
No, but I was calling it as it was. You were kind of like, hey, everybody, let's go to battle. I'll be right here, right behind you. Here's Tess McVenom with, who are you playing? Chromie? Oh, yeah.
Chromie.
Here's Tess McVenom with Chromie. She goes in for the kill. Oh, she's running away again. Oh, look, she's got 12 of her buddies with her. Now she's being brave.
Finn, tell him, Chromie's pretty squishy. You kind of have to play back with her.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
She's squishy, but she has a huge range, which is pretty awesome.
We are on the channel, Ouchie. It is now time for you to please unlock Count Dooku.
Oh, alrighty.
Can you scroll up a little bit, Ranger?
No.
Please.
So exciting.
All right, so if you guys don't know what this is all about, we've been raising money for the American Cancer Society, and one of the things is we've had some really awesome people from the community doing stuff and helping us raise money. And Ouchie, who is a diehard hater of Dooku, put up a challenge where if it was filled, she would unlock Dooku. And thanks to the great people of the community, that challenge was filled, and Ouchie is here to unlock Dooku for us.
I am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to improve my roster.
Hi-ho, Kermit Frog here from Sesame Street News. And today we are here with our good friend Ouchie Dumpling, who will be unlocking her favorite character, Count Dooku. Yay! Now, Ouchie, how does it make you feel to be doing this?
It hasn't quite sunk in yet, because I'm still just trying to give people links to tune in if they want to see, like, people in my guild to make fun of me, because they know how I feel.
So
about
Ouchie
Dooku.
is feeling sad.
It's definitely starting to hit, though. I'm feeling sadness, anxiety, hesitation that I might have done the wrong thing.
It sounds like you need Zoloft.
Maybe some Thorazine.
Thorazine is good too. Can you say Thorazine, kids? Let us spell Thorazine. O-U-C-H-I-E. Thorazine. Yay!
Now, for people who don't know, I mean, I'm sure most everybody knows, I don't have anything against the actual character of Dooku. from the movies, he's fine. He's totally fine. I've been playing this game for over 3 years now, and the pain that was felt, especially early on when he's just like doing his constant attacking. Before there was something called daze, where you couldn't even daze him, just over and over, sliding back and forth on his roller skates. It just really got to me on a deep emotional level.
Yes, nobody cares. Unlock this bitch.
So that's why I
That's
just
awful.
like him in
I
the game.
care.
And I swore I would never, ever, ever unlock him. And as you can see, I have 188 shards. That's all from events and whatnot. Never farmed him, never touched him. Made memes where I wrote that I would never, ever unlock him ever. But for charity, I decided to offer it up. Mostly because I had a friend, a very good friend of mine, who died from lung cancer. Well, he didn't actually die of lung cancer. He had a terminal case, and he checked out before he got to that point. But anyway, that's why I thought it would be something fun to do and something.
That's right, and we appreciate you doing this, Ouchie.
Yep.
So, without any further ado on the count, let us count the number of times Ouchie will unlock Dooku. Let's go, unlock it.
Okay, I'm just going to close my eyes, and I think there's like about an 8-second delay here, so I'm just going to
Yes, I will shout it out when it is done.
try to not throw up in my mouth.
All right. So we are all eagerly watching as Ouchie attempts to not throw up in her mouth.
Okay, I'm good. Good. Okay, it's active.
God, Stanley, really?
What did Stanley say? Don't say anything bad. I'm very fragile right now.
I'll let you finish all this first, because then Stanley has a question for you. God. So.
Okay. Breathing. Okay.
We're ready to count the unlock.
There's
one unlock of Count Dooku. Can we go higher with the stars? Hit confirm.
So Stanley asks Ouchie, would Ouchie be willing to Zeta Dooku for another challenge to raise more money?
One unlock of Ouchie for Count Dooku. Let's do another one. Let's confirm and do another star.
Oh my god. Oh god. No.
We can make the price steeper on the Zeta, because the Zeta is a much bigger deal.
Oh yeah.
How much was your Rose Taco Zeta, Finn?
$750 is what he raised, right?
And I can tell you right now.
That was like 800.
Well, so the
God.
Do it! Quit your pussyfooting around.
I think Dooku is so handsome.
Promote
He's
him.
a stylist.
Two promotions of Count Dooku.
The Zeta was 150, and then I had
three promotions of Count Dooku.
I feel soiled.
God, and the stream is buffering.
Oh no.
It's like it knows. Okay, there we go. It's coming back.
It still says the health is good, so I don't know what that is.
No, I think it might have been Ouchie's.
Oh.
Maybe. There's a lot of YouTube streaming in the house right now, so.
So mine was 250 for the Zeta, and then I had a poll. But if yours is specific to Count Dooku, it would just be 250. We can put it up there.
Oh my god.
If you are willing.
I'd have to save up a Zeta, and that's hard for me to do, because I got a Zeta things that are, like, more important. Like anything else.
We can raise the price, because mine also had a poll where people had to vote and stuff, so.
Now level him to 85. One level. Two levels.
That was not.
50 levels.
This will be a separate thing entirely.
No, I
It
just
would be completely separate.
said level him to 85, and I went no.
I can count each level as you do it. It'll be wonderful for the children.
God, counting one level at a time.
Let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
make him do a little dance now.
Miss Farquhar says, I feel dirty just watching.
I know, right? I'm gonna
And
need
Griff
moral
says, I
support.
find your activation account Dooku disturbing.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some moral support after the stream tonight. In the
anger.
voice chat.
You can hang out with us while we play Ultimate Chicken Horse.
It makes you stronger.
Oh yeah,
Gives you
that's good.
focus. Excellent.
So we may or may
I'm
not.
proud of you, Ouchie. That was a big deal. I know, it was a big deal for you. We appreciate it a
Have
lot.
Merry frickin'
Wow,
Christmas.
Look, I'm making him dance.
Yeah.
All right.
He's so dreamy. I'm sorry, but I
ah.
think Dooku is dreamy.
Well, I love Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee is awesome.
Yeah,
But this kid,
Saruman.
this guy on the roller skates in the game, no, he's. Mm-mm.
I love
So
You're fulfilling your
What-
destiny.
what can we
Ouchie.
do, Ouchie, to get you to put a Zeta on Dooku today? Well, not today, but...
it. No,
Yeah,
wait,
I have
wait,
zero
wait.
zetas.
Raise $500.
I don't-
$500.
Finn, Finn is like the worst doctor when it
He
comes to
really
emotional
is.
health. It's
Yeah,
like
no, he
Ouchie's
isn't.
already gone through a lot tonight, and Finn's like, "What can
I
we
said
do to
she'd
make
be able
this
to watch
worse
us play Ultimate
for
Chicken
you?"
Horse.
Let her get the damn Zetas first before we even discuss it. Damn. Finn.
I don't want to. No, I don't know. That would be like $8 million. I don't know. It's just I can't envision it right now.
Bimasu said he'd be willing to pay for that Zeta, so Bimasu is $8 million to see.
And Monopoly money.
Baby steps. Baby
Baby,
steps.
one step at a time. All right, thank you for watching this. Now we're going to move on so Ouchie can go punch a small person. Yay!
Or myself.
No, don't hurt yourself. You want to hurt others. That is the way to do it. Bully! Yay!
Oh, all right. I hope y'all enjoyed that.
There you go. All right,
We
now
did.
Thank you very much,
Ouchie.
Ouchie.
thank you, Ouchie. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you. Now we have nothing else to do, so I'm just going to start.
But we do have something.
I'm going to start
but
doing the
before
events.
Well, yeah, you can go ahead and do your events. We'll talk a little bit. Make sure you guys do get in your Twitter responses. We'll talk a little bit about stuff first, then we'll do the Twitter responses, and then your questions. But one thing I think we can talk about, because now we're kind of all the way through, we can start with McVenom. What are your thoughts on 3v3 Grand Arena? Now that you've had some time to play around with it and do some offense and defense, what are your thoughts on 3v3 Grand Arena?
So the last one, my opponent didn't even set a defense, so that was kind of boo. Like, why even register if you're not gonna like set a defense? Just don't register, right? I mean, I guess you get second. Do you get second place rewards, like good ones?
I mean, you get whatever. It's more than nothing if you don't register.
So, well, anyway, they didn't play, so I didn't really get to kind of play offense on that. I set some defense, but I didn't get to see how well it held. So I have this one going right now, and I have to say it was a bit weird trying to set a 3v3 defense, because you have it so far set in your mind a 5-squad team and how they work together, and it's really a bit daunting to try to picture how it's going to work with 3. So not saying I hate it, and I'm not saying I love it yet. I'm kind of I got to get used to it maybe, and then I can decide. But I do like, I think there's some aspects to it that I'm going to like. The fact that as somebody who doesn't have a very deep roster for like really high ranked player, like, heroes, I think it's kind of cool that I can, I don't have to set as many, and I have more to work with 3v3, I guess. But then that also means my opponent does too, so I don't know how well that works. So I don't know. So far, I'm kind of just, this is only my second one, and I'm still feeling it out, I guess.
All right. Ranger, what are your thoughts?
I don't like it.
Why do you not like it?
It takes what I've spent a lifetime building and basically poo-poos it. So it's 3v3. It's like certain teams that I invested a lot of time and energy in, and mods and everything. I don't like it. I mean, the game's not designed around 3v3. It really isn't. The characters are not. I mean, you can use characters in a 3v3 format, but the synergy and stuff with them changes completely. And then some characters that you necessarily only work as part of that bigger group just don't. And it's kind of like, okay, I mean, we'll do it. It's fine. I don't hate it. It just doesn't do anything for me. You know, I kind of got a little bit into the regular arena, but the 3v3 stuff, I don't understand it. Maybe some people enjoy it. Kudos to you. Have fun with it. I'm not going to invest a lot of time and effort into it. It's enough on my plate with everything else going on. Now I have to figure out 3v3 teams and everything. No, sorry. It's not my cup of tea.
You think maybe that there'll be some new developments as far as the way characters synergize with 3 versus 5, though? Like, I'm sure, like, we have this community comes up with the craziest shit, to be honest. I can't imagine some of the stuff, the teams that they come together, that they figure out the what is it, theory crafting that they do. I mean, maybe they'll come up with some cool synergies with 3 versus 5.
I'm sure they will. There's a lot of different abilities and stuff that synergize, and I can say part of the fun for me, I mean, I've been letting the viewers and stuff on the lunch stream pick my defenses and stuff, so it's not, I mean, I haven't really taken it super seriously. The 2 rounds before this, obviously we didn't have screens and stuff, so I put my own defenses and I made it to the finals. This one I'm going to lose this one now because the defenses that were picked for my Grand Arena just gutted my offense. It was actually pretty bad. But there is some interesting stuff that I've been able to kind of theory craft about with regards to 3v3 and some possible team comps and all of this. Here's the issue, though. We don't know the cadence of Grand Arena yet, right? Because this is obviously a temporary thing, hopefully, where they replace all the territory wars with Grand Arenas. And I'm thinking it's because of the holidays and not having to do team stuff as much versus kind of the individual gameplay. And so they replace all the territory wars with Grand Arenas this month. We have no idea how it's going to work in January. So figuring out how it's going to work in January is going to be one of the more integral parts. Then the other part is, even when there is Grand Arena, so far we've had 3 different variants. We've had the all characters, right, with 5 characters per team. We've had the one with the ship's territory, and now we're getting one with 3v3. So all of these are different variants of Grand Arena. How will this progress moving forward, right? Just guessing a little bit here. If they do Grand Arena and Territory War on rotation, right? Let's just say you have 1 week Territory Battles and you have 1 week Territory Wars, and you have 1 week Territory Battles, and then you have 1 week Grand Arena, then 1 week Territory Wars, and kind of just back and forth that way, right? That means that each of these variants is going to be at least on a 3 Grand Arena rotation, which means you'll only see it once every 3 months. Is it worth a lot of effort to worry yourself about 3v3? I think it's a neat little... It adds a little wrinkle to your roster. It gives you an opportunity to kind of use your roster in a unique way. I don't think it does anything to really force you to work on your roster specific to 3v3. Not too much different than the territory war bonuses, right? Where we got like stuff for Cup, we got stuff for Grievous. I mean, it's not stuff that we would say, yeah, this is in territory wars for this month, so make sure that you take the characters to gear 12. Like, that's just silly. If you have them, use them. If you don't have them, then, oh well, after this month, it's going to be somewhat useless. And so I think 3v3 was a fun little novelty. Depends how often they introduce it. And based on that, I mean, I'm more willing to kind of see how they actually implement Grand Arena. I think next month is going to be a good indicator of how they plan, hopefully, will be planning out territory battles, territory wars, and Grand Arena. Because there's a lot of different time aspects, there's a lot of team elements. I mean, there's a lot that goes into all 3 of those game modes. 3v3 in particular, you have to do 10 attacks versus the 6 attacks when you're below 4 million, right? When you're around the 3.9 like I am, well, next one I'm going to be above 4, but for this one I was 3.9, and it's 10 attacks versus 6 attacks with the 5v5. So the 5 one definitely seemed a little bit better because there was less attacks, less time. This one is obviously more, so it's a little bit more intensive, more time intensive, I should say. So all of that stuff does kind of compound. So I do want to see how they plan on moving this forward, though. I think that's going to be one of the critical things for them. So, and I can see Ouchie typing in chat that she's not happy. Yeah.
But she raised money for cancer.
She did. She's not happy with the 3v3.
3v3. There's a lot of people that don't really like 3v3.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's just you either like having the fun with it or you don't. And there's a lot of people that just aren't enjoying it as much right now. And so as a result of that, I mean, what else can you expect? Some people don't like to change. Some people like the consistency, right? That you're used to, like kind of like what Ranger's saying. You're used to 5v5. You've developed your roster around 5v5. You try to find these synergies and stuff, and then it kind of just all kind of gets broken up. So it'll be interesting to see how they do stuff. I do want to see what they do, how they do it next month in order to make a bigger decision. I think this is a fun novelty to have on an area that doesn't have a huge impact on rewards. I know people like their stun guns and all of that stuff, but I mean, in the scheme of things, it's not a huge amount of things that we're getting. I think the rewards are such that if you're competitive, you get some benefit. If you're not competitive, at least you're getting something, and it's not awful. So let's see what they do next month, and then I'll have a better opinion as to what I think. Because if they do 3v3 for every Grand Arena and they do Grand Arena every week, then maybe I'm going to get a little annoyed with it.
Oh, God, don't even say that.
God, we're going to make Ouchie throw up in her mouth again.
So nauseous.
Ouchie,
Yes.
you're fine.
No.
Yes, you are. Stop it.
I'm not.
You're fine. All right, I think
That's not entirely true, Travis. And I mean, he's saying the ones that aren't enjoying it are the ones that are losing in it. I don't think that's necessarily true.
No, I've won. I'm 1-1. I just didn't really try it. I mean, I'll do my battles here. You guys can kind of, like we did before, you pick which one I go for, and you know. But if you guys want to see me do something, it doesn't really matter to me. But I don't know. I just don't have the same drive for it as the 5v5 one. Kind of got into a little bit. I was like, okay, this kind of I can see this maybe a little bit, but the 4v4 just ain't doing it for me. It's just not. But I'm still getting some effort, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm in the finals. I got 2-0. I can't say I'm superly enthusiastic about it. Yeah, I'm saying superly. That is my word. I can't say I'm superly enthusiastic about it, but I'm also not down on it. I'm more concerned about how they plan on rolling it out. Because all of these game modes require time, and organizing your time with this game is one of the key things, especially as we get down to now, we're into year 4 of the game. And so in order to retain the older players, right, it's going to all be about controlling the burnout. It's going to get to the point where the game is either going to feel repetitive, they're going to get burned out, or they're finding something that they have interest in. And finding that, it's hard to say, I'll call it the sweet spot. Finding that sweet spot for a player is going to be the most interesting thing. And the fact that they have so much variety, I think, is a good thing. People that may have gotten bored now have Grand Arena if they really wanted something more in the one-on-one aspect of things. And it provides a challenge. I mean, Loki was on the lunch stream earlier and talking about like all these different teams that he's seeing and different compositions, and he seems kind of excited about it. So every player has something, hopefully, at this point that they're really intrigued in with the game and not necessarily getting bored with it. I think that's going to be kind of the key thing. And the ones that are like Territory Wars, and I know we have Miss Ouchie here, that's one of those. They can't get rid of Territory Wars in favor of Grand Arena, because then you're going to isolate another group of people and kind of go back to the same kind of problem that you had beforehand, where not all players are finding something that they're enjoying. So,
What's Territory Wars again?
It's the team Grand Arena.
Oh, that sounds weird.
Yeah. It's like the same thing, except you have your entire guild or whoever is available in your guild to do Grand Arena.
Wow. That must be hard to like make everybody fight
It is.
and not be lazy.
It is, but luckily the ones that are lazy, you can tell them not to participate.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It is.
I'm going to make a note.
So January will be an interesting month. Not only with that, we'll talk about some of the other stuff that came out. Now, I'm going to caveat this discussion before we start it, but January is going to be a pretty interesting month, especially with all the lead up coming into February, which we expect to be a Sith month. They released 2 of the Dark Side Old Republic characters, so we might be able to expect some of those in January in order for some kind of Dark Sith event in end of February, something like that. So all things to keep an eye out for. Now, start out with the caveat. This is all data mined. Data mine is basically in the same realm as speculation, right? Except they found it in the game. The problem with data mines, and again, this is why I'm caveating this, a lot of people hear this and think that it's going to happen. Remember that we had a bunch of characters that were data mined, that were additional Night Sisters. We had Nuke Gunry's capital ship. We had a bunch of different things that have been quote-unquote data mined, and people believed was true and coming into the game. So we'll discuss this just to some extent. We're not going to go into a huge amount of details. I'm sure like the screenshots and stuff are floating around, and the different links and all of that. But there's a couple of things that are coming down the pipe here that were data mined and may be of interest to you guys as you prepare. The first one is Slave 1 is slated to be the character of the month for January. So, with Slave 1 being slated to be the character of the month for January, what are your thoughts? Let's start with Ouchie, our guest. What do you think of Slave 1 potentially being, again, data mined more than anything, of Slave 1 potentially being our January lock-in?
I mean, it's a good ship. Apart from what people will immediately connect it to, which is maybe the original Falcon coming in some sort of crazy event where you need all the bounty hunter ships. It's a good ship. So, I mean, people should have it if they don't. If it means that the Falcon's coming, then I'm in trouble. Because I don't have all the ships ready.
What all ships you think would be needed?
Well, the bounty hunter ones, right?
That
All of
comes the
them.
next speculation, which is if it is in fact for the OT Falcon, what would be needed for it? Now, remember, Slave 1 has another tag also, which has more ships as a faction. So bounty hunters only have 4 right now. There are also cargo ships.
So you think there would be another bounty hunter ship?
Well, so I kind of guessed
Or
a little while ago.
or a lead?
So my guess is, and again, this is all just guessing at this point. My guess was that it would be bounty hunters, and we would start out with just 4 bounty hunters that you would need at 7-star in order to get the 7-star unlock, and it would be fairly difficult. But as time progresses, we would get ships for the other bounty hunters. So we would get a Dengar, a Zam ship. And as we got those ships, we would obviously be able to bring them in on the next time the events came around. And so if you were a Kraken and you were like buying the ships, maybe the first time around they release it at the same time as the, let's say, Zam ship. And so if you wanted to, you could buy the ship in 7-star, and then you would have 5 ships to go after it the first time it came. Otherwise, you would wait around for the second time to have 5 ships, or you go in with 4 ships, or whatever it is that'll happen. And I think over time that event becomes easier. That would be my guess as to how they handle the Falcon. But it's possible that they go with the cargo ships, right? And the cargo ships have more ships. There's a total of 6 cargo ships, right? So potentially that could be one of the factions that you could do. You could also go with
Or scoundrels, because they have 5 ships, right?
Yep, scoundrels also have ships. Scoundrels have 5 ships, so it is the 4 bounty hunters plus
And
Lando's
Lando.
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be screwed either way.
So, I mean, it would probably be a legendary, so you could probably get a 5-star unlock of it. If you were able to get all those ships to 5-star, I think it would be pretty neat. Yeah, I don't know. Ranger, what do you think?
For the bounty hunter ships?
Well, what do you think of Slave 1 being the login character? Do you think of something else besides original trilogy Falcon, or do you think that same route?
That's where I've been. I've been kind of saying that since the get go. So it wouldn't. But we've been misdirected before a little bit. Sometimes we get stuff and we're like, that had nothing to do with anything that we were thinking. We're like,
Yeah.
It makes sense, right? If you look at it, it's like, yeah, OT Falcon, sure. But then you're like, could it be? It wouldn't shock me. All winds point to that direction, but until we actually get something, we as a fan base try to look at the logging character and try to make a correlation, right? Sometimes we're on and it does relate, but there have been times where it doesn't. So take that with a grain of salt.
That's right.
It's science.
All right. So that was one of the things that was kind of data mined. The other thing that was data mined were a bunch of, and maybe to Ouchie's happiness, but maybe not, were things related to territory wars.
What are those again?
And the things related to territory wars were the next group of factions that were going to get a buff. And so I read this, and I kind of read it with a little trepidation because the factions that were mentioned were Jawas, First Order, Ewoks, and Clone Troopers. And so the reason I was a little cautious about these were because there's 3 light side and 1 dark side. So it looks like, if this is correct, they have a lopsided bonus setup. Now, it's possible what they're doing is they're just adding all of these, and they can activate whichever ones they want whenever they want. So if they want a territory war to have First Order and Jawas, they'll activate those. If they want them to have Ewoks, they'll add those. So whatever it is, it looks like they've added some bonus abilities for territory wars. Now, we can read through these really quick just to kind of go through and so you guys kind of know what they're planning. For the Jawas in territory wars, the data mine says that Jawas have 50% chance to stun the target enemy when they use an ability, which is evaded. So they have 50% chance to stun. Jawas gain 20% offense for each stunned enemy. Whenever Jawas attack a stunned enemy, they shock them for 2 turns and call all other Jawas to assist the allies. So that's kind of nasty for Jawas. We've been waiting for something for a synergy with Jawas, and basically now if you attack a stunned enemy, you get 5 Jawas attacking at once. So that is one of the bonuses. For the First Order, First Order allies gain advantage for 2 turns at the start of their battle and whenever they are inflicted with a debuff. They have advantage when they use an ability. First Order allies recover 10% health and 10% protection and inflict target lock on target enemy for 2 turns. So that's the data mine territory war bonus for First Order. Then we have, I'm going to skip the Ewoks. I think the Ewoks may be the coolest one of all, but we go to Clone Troopers. Territory wars for the Clone Troopers. At the start of the battle, Clone Troopers gain 25% health, 25% protection, 25% offense, and 25% defense for each Clone Trooper ally. Clone Troopers gain 100% critical chance and 100% critical damage. While they have no debuffs, that's while they have no debuffs. When they attack out of order, or out of turn, Clone Troopers dispel all debuffs on other Clone Trooper allies, dispel all buffs on the target enemy, and gain 20% turn meter. So you may see the rise of Clone Troopers again, and potentially GK Bears with clones and 5s. That could be something pretty neat also. So Clone Troopers, if this is correct, will get a pretty neat buff in Territory Wars that may start making them viable again. And then, of course, Ewoks. which a lot of people are working on for C-3PO. Ewoks have a cooldown of 0 on all abilities, which is just crazy. I feel like that's gonna get exploited pretty badly. Ewoks is gonna get pretty nasty if that's the case. So, yeah. So those are the data mined buffs. Ouchie, as our resident territory war, and I know you don't know what that is, expert. What do you think of these bonuses potentially?
I love the bonuses. This is a fun way to switch things up, not make us fight with 3 tunes on 3 tunes. That's bad. I like this because it gives some focus to maybe some tunes that people have had, maybe from fluffy rosters, right? So they didn't ever really get to use them, and they just feel bad because they look at their Gear 8, Jawa scavenger and like, ugh, what do I do with this thing?
Burn it.
Now there's something fun to do with him, right? And it might be a little overkill here and there, but it's only a month, right? So how many territory wars? Well, we don't even know because they might change the calendar for territory wars, so we might not have as many per month as what we were having. But if it's a standard month, it's 4, right? Is that what we used to have per month?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's only 4 territory wars. If you don't like it, you don't have to worry about it after it's done. There'll be something else. And 1 month it'll be a faction that you have. One, maybe, I don't know what the heck they could do to the Night Sisters, but like if Night Sisters ever got a TW thing, like it would be insane. It's just a fun little thing. I like it. Thumbs up.
What about you, McVenom?
I'm fine with it. I kind of agree with Ouchie. It's a fun way to change up. Like she said, like when you have all these people in your roster that you're like, oh my god, it's such wasted resources on this character that I never ever use. This is kind of a fun way to switch it up. You don't have to use it, but if you have them sitting there, it's a good little bonus to say, oh, it's coming in handy for something. So I don't mind it.
Ranger.
I'm busy. Skip me.
Right.
Trying to kill Palpatine with the Rebel Squad, and you throwing off 3PO. The double Zetas.
So I think I'm on the same page as all of you. I think these are pretty neat. I like the bonuses. They don't necessarily change it by too much, but they do make it so that you might get a little bit more impact with the Jawas and the Clone Troopers and the Ewoks and the First Order. So I think it's pretty nice. Obviously, we want to make sure that they're balanced, so you get Dark Side, Light Side 2-2 would be a little bit better. But for Territory Wars, I guess it's not super necessary anyway, since you can put both on there. But I think that an addition would be pretty nice there. Yeah, so I think overall that's pretty neat. I looking really quick, somebody donated to our ACS page directly, but I can't figure out who it is because they may have donated anonymously. So whoever just donated to our American Cancer Society page directly, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Well, if it was for Ouchie, she already had to do it, so don't do that.
So, all right. So those are some of the data mines that are out there. There's a few other weird things here and there, but those are the kind of the main ones. And thanks to Sanely for kind of grabbing these and letting us kind of discuss these a little bit.
All right.
All right. So now it is time for the Twitter question.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right. So again, the question is, what is your SWGOH New Year's resolution? Okay, this one, you'll already know who it is as I read it, so I'll read it first. For 2019, I resolved to find a new catchphrase for my weekly RSG Wednesday night Twitter response. # no more CG middle finger. Best wishes for a healthy and prosperous 2019 to the entire RSG crew and all the RSG listeners and all SWGOH gamers.
That would have been Bimatsu.
No.
Not by selling us.
I figured you'd know who that was.
Yeah, we all know who
I
that
started
is.
that one.
As soon as I heard the bird, I was like, yep, That's Alex.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one. SWGOH resolution is to fail better. But seriously, CG, enough with the health mods. Give us a mix when you come out of your mod page. Let the screen stay on that tune instead of going back to the top of the page, and give us the means to go up and down faster. So basically, his New Year's resolution is to get CG to make changes in game.
Gotcha.
All of which are changes that I kind of agree with, though. So
yeah,
enough
I
health
agree with all
mods.
those too.
When you go into the mod screen and get out, not to scroll back to the top. God, I'm remodding my roster and I have to deal with that over and over again. So I completely understand that. And then give us means to go up and down faster. So yeah, I agree with all of those.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. To finally 7-star every single toon available in the game. Almost had it before this most recent release of characters. My non-SWGOH is to finally get that date with Team McVenom as long as it's not at Cameron.
Oh, but that's where I go. That's Cameron. It's going to be at Cameron, B.
You knew who that was. I
B,
figured.
I know.
just accept. Live in the now, buddy.
All right. Next one. My SWGOH New Year's resolution is to stay on target and 7-star my jacket in preparation for the legendary chicken event.
That would be Tits that wrote that. No?
Next one. My only resolution is just for once to be prepared for a new event the first time.
That's a good one.
That is
That should
definitely
be
one that a
mine.
lot of people have after
Yeah.
Revan. And let me see if any others came in, because there's only... Yep. And the last one. Don't expect any New Year's resolution from me in SWGOH. I intend on staying the same awkward, sarcastic, foul-mouthed delight you've all come to know and love.
Ouchie wrote that.
All right.
Did she?
And
Did I get it right?
No, that is not out.
Damn it, Jim!
I feel like it might be Thane
I'm
That
foul
is
mouth?
not Thane.
or Fatality.
It is not Fatality.
Well, who's got a foul mouth first?
Well,
Right.
I
Darth
It
do.
is
Sidious?
somebody that is on our streams. I can tell you that. He's on our lunch streams.
Grim.
Yeah.
Oh, Graham.
Wait, Grim
alright.
has a foul mouth? Come on, Grim.
He's not as foul-mouthed as others. Perverted mouth? I think that maybe that fits better.
Maybe, yeah.
Pervy mouth. We'll call him pervy mouth.
Hmm.
Actually, that makes it sound even creepier. Yeah, pervy mouth. That it is.
He was perv.
Pervy mouth. Grim Pervy mouth. That is a good nickname. Watch
Pervy
out.
mouth mechanic. That is Grim. Grim is now the pervy mouth mechanic.
Oh, great. That's how nicknames get started, and then all over from here.
All right. So, I don't think we have to pick a favorite, right? I think we like all of these.
Mhm.
So, thank you all for making this a really fun 2018 for us. We'll get into questions now, but hopefully we'll continue with this game. We're using other games as well now, so you guys can join us for that. So hopefully we've made this an enjoyable 2018 for you guys. It has definitely been enjoyable for us.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh, God, there's a lot of questions. Okay.
You know what my New Year's resolution for the game is? We didn't go over ours. Mine is
sure.
to start being a better hoarder of resources.
You better be hoarding.
I am. I'm trying really hard.
I don't want to hear try. Do or do not. There is no try. I'll know, Tits.
I am.
Remember every time you go to spend something, the ranger face should pop up going, no, 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 no.
Don't do it.
You didn't say the magic
You
word.
didn't say
All right.
God,
Questions
that would be annoying as hell.
But effective.
would be super annoying.
But effective.
Just constantly, Tits,
You know what it's from? That's from Jurassic Park
Yeah.
when they're trying to break it. It took me a minute to realize that. That would be
Okay.
awful.
Yes, it would. Okay, let's see. First question is Darkside Ranger J 1999 question. What's Loki's Grand Arena rank and who is he running to next? Is Darkside Ranger J 1999 Thane?
I don't know.
No, because
starting
then he
to
says
wonder.
no, because then he says, "Does the little big talker have screenshots? Hey Thane, what's your Grand Arena rank and how's the new bridge? What the
I don't know.
Darkside Ranger Day 1999? Control yourself, Ranger.
No.
Your dark side has run amok.
Shut up.
All right. Next question is Reflex Gaming. For any on the panel who would like to answer, what has been your most successful 3v3 defense team so far, and how many holds? Actually, let me see. I think my best defensive team is actually one that you guys just placed on defense for me. But it's because it's a character that shouldn't go on defense. And I'm checking my stuff right now. No, actually, there was one that was better. So just now, the Thrawn Magma Trooper Shore Trooper team that you guys had me put on defense had 3 defenses. But that's because my Thrawn is like 318 speed or something like that. And I really wish I had him for offense because I'm not going to full clear now. But yeah, so Thrawn, that team had 3 defenses. The one that had more defenses was 4 defenses in the last round and was not beat was a Kira lead with Han Solo and Chewie. That was the team that had the most defenses for me. Ranger, do you know what your most successful 3v3 defense was?
I don't know. I'm about to go check right now.
And Ouchie and McVenom, if you guys can say the same. What were your most successful defenses?
He hasn't attacked me yet. I don't know what that means. So, I mean, I haven't really paid attention to it. But we can start doing these attacks here. So let's see what we got here in this round. We got Treya, Trooper, Maul, JTR, R2, BB-8, Bosk, Boba, and Cad Bane. What should we run here?
Yeah, some nasty teams that they put on defense.
I know, right? Probably why they haven't attacked me on offense. They're like, haha. And this one is Night Sister Nihilus with Scion and Bastila. Don't get that one. And then a First Order team. Let's check their speed real quick. Let's see their Kylo Ren stats. Let's see. Speed is... Oh my God, 146. Ugh, God. Let me check this officer. I may go in here with my Zeta Finn team and just go wreck this team.
There you go.
Oh my God, 158. Yeah, let's just teach this guy a lesson. No, we don't do this. No.
All right.
No.
Next question from Darth Tallywhack, my knacker. Question: where does an undergeared C-3PO belong in this 3v3 crap? Does Finn as well still? Kinda, not really. So the way C-3PO works with Finn on a 5-person team is that you have the other ones putting expose and then providing turn meter from Finn. As a result of reducing the number of people, right, you basically reduce the number of hits you get on exposes in order to fill up your turn meter. And so Poe actually becomes more important because he does turn meter reduction. And if you put Poe on the team, you're not really making use of C-3PO, who allows for rebels to be on the team in order to get exposed. So I would not put him under a Finn lead for the 3v3, because while it would work, you would need to put in a rebel there, and you're really not necessarily generating all that you can unless you get like a triple hit on Leia, or if you get the double hit on Han, whatever it is.
Oh my God.
That being said, C-3PO on offense can work out well if you put in the right team, but he's kind of interesting there. So if you have a weak C-3PO, I don't know if you necessarily want to use it in Grand Arena unless you're going to really need it. So let's see. Next question. Jason Krolick, and we'll go around the corn. How was everyone's Christmas?
That's about the worst goddamn RNG I've ever seen in a match.
Well, they don't do well against exposes.
Yeah.
First Order.
But
First Order doesn't.
I will
that was
say
the
that
worst
this
RNG
is
I've ever seen.
this doesn't work. And with 3v3, Z-Fin cannot take down KRU.
Yeah,
I
you
did
don't
it
get
the other.
full
I
turn.
did it before. That was weird. I just didn't get exposes off. It was just really weird.
What takes so long to build up to get them going to me?
Well, I had it going, but then they just kept resisting, and
You
I
should
just
have
didn't get.
quit too, because now you
Oh,
loaded them with
I
turn
don't.
meter.
I don't care.
You're not helping, Finn.
Well, I'm not seeing it live.
That's really, really strange. Oh well. Like guys, you guys, I don't care if I win or not. I'm just playing around, so relax. Don't care. Think about it.
All right.
I don't
Next
care.
question. So, how was your Christmas, Ranger?
It was great. I mean, got to spend time with the family. It was, you know. That was. I'm still trying to get. I can't get over the goddamn exposes weren't landing. What the piss is going on with that? That's really odd. I'm pissed off now. But I had a great
Heard you
Christmas.
talking badly about 3v3, and so it set you up.
Yeah, it's pretty much they're like, yeah, we'll show Ranger, little bastard.
McVenom, how was your Christmas?
It was lovely. I had the best Christmas ever. I was telling them earlier I got Dropkick Murphy tickets and Star Wars game and all kinds of great stuff. I had just a really good Christmas. A lot of family around. It was good. Infinity?
Oh,
Oh,
mine.
you were going to go to Alchie? Yeah, let's
We
go
can
to
do mine,
Alchie.
and then we'll go to Ouchie. Mine was, I mean, we haven't done like presents and stuff in a while. I was with my family. It was really relaxing. That's what I liked the most. We watched probably 10 of the 24 hours of the Christmas Story that was on TV. So there was a lot of Christmas Story. I love watching that. That's become like the tradition. We just sit and the repeats. I don't know if you noticed this time too. They had it on 2 channels. They had it on TBS and TNT, and they were spaced apart so that each one was at the half. So, like, at the halfway mark of one, the other one would start. And so you could easily switch between the two if you liked, like, a particular scene or something. It was actually really neat to watch it, because sometimes I was switching because I just wanted to see the Santa scene or whatever. So I was watching Christmas Story and just relaxed and played some games, and it was a good Christmas. Ouchie, how about you?
Well, it was great until about half an hour ago. Gotta say. No, the day was good. My younger son, who many of you probably don't know, both my kids have autism, but my younger one is more severe. For some reason, he did not want to open any of his presents yesterday, and I kept like trying to hand him one, and he would run away, like it was filled with snakes or something. I don't know.
Did you
that
get
was
snakes?
Not this year.
Okay.
So that was a little weird, but yesterday was really fun because my other son got a Switch from his dad, and we got to sit and I watched him play Smash Brothers most of the day, and it was just cool to chill on the couch with him and watch him unlock stuff. And I got Deadpool Monopoly as a present.
Nice.
All right, what do you guys want me to face with what team? I don't care. I'm just looking at them. We have a Night Sister team. We have the team's throwing me off. Nihilus, Scion, and Basila. I still can't wrap my head around that one. The other ones are in the other zone is JTR with R2 BB8, and then Boss Boba Cad, and then Treya Trooper Maul.
I don't know what you have left.
Everything.
Well, everything except what you have on defense, and you have some strong things on defense I could see.
Well,
So
I mean, you can. Here, I'll.
nah, it's all good. If you have Chase, you can probably use Chase against the Night Sister team. I don't know what you could put whatever in the lead. Chase is pretty decent against the 3v3 Night Sister so far in the stuff I've done.
So you want me to use? Yeah, they also take on the Night Sisters. All right. So you want me to use, what should I go with, Jin lead?
I have to see what the... Yeah, you could do Jin lead. I can't see yet, but...
Oh, I'll share my screen. Wait, where's the damn share screen option?
I mean, unless you have... What's the Night Sister team again? Because you could go with Troopers as well if you have those still available.
Yeah, I still do. It's... Let's see, I've got all the Troopers. So, I'll pull my Troopers here for you.
But what's their Night Sister team? What's the composition?
It's a Saj lead with it's like Acolyte and Zombie.
Oh, okay. Huh. I think I would probably just go Chase.
Well,
But it's up to you.
Chess and kill Night Sisters with Troopers.
Yeah, you can give it a shot. We can go with what chat says. So, Wargul was saying go Night Sisters with Trooper. But what's the zombie? Yeah, Kaya is saying that the zombie may not even be Gear 10. If it's not Gear 10, then you have nothing to worry about. Oh, it's not. This is a single kill. You're not going to get any reses. It's like a Gear 7. It's a Gear 7 zombie. Yeah, it doesn't even have a... Yeah, just don't bother.
So just go in there.
Go with Troopers. Go with Troopers. Yeah, you're not going to get any reses. Veer, Stark, and Snow.
Okay.
You're going to AoE and kill zombie, and then everything is just going to keep on dying. There's no resing.
Okay.
Why would you put a person didn't realize you shouldn't keep a weak zombie anymore? Oh, look. She didn't res. Oh, that's silly. That was just silly. Okay. Next question is from Thane. It says, question for Finn. If the OT Falcon comes out as our second ship legendary event, do you think CG will be as consistent with the requirements? Why, Thane? So, I don't, and that's exactly why I said they would increase the number of bounty hunter ships. So we would start out with needing bounty hunter ships. There would only be 4 available, and then as time progresses, they would introduce more bounty hunter ships, and that would make it easier. That would actually be consistent with what they did with Chimera, although Chimera was because of a bug that they kept on changing everything. All right. God. Okay, so McVenom, Dane has a question for you, but it's definitely a troll question. So do you want to hear it, or should I skip it?
You can do it, whatever.
Okay.
I'll just ignore it if it's a Thane question.
Oh, it is. It's a Thane question. So question for Tits. Why does Akbar look so dry in game? In the movie, he always looks a bit moist.
Thane, really? Why you shouldn't have said that. Why would you tell me that one?
I
Ben,
asked you.
I blame you. No, but you knew what word was in it. Come on.
That's why I said, is this troll question? Do you want me to actually ask you?
You should have said it was a troll question with a trigger word. And then I would have been like, no, don't use it.
Doesn't Thane always try to trigger you with his troll questions? I thought that was kind of implied.
No, not always, but I mean, lately, yeah.
All right. Next question, RC Vormax question. I lost the last Grand Arena because I made some mistakes due to a hangover. Can I blame my hangover or CG for having Grand Arena on Christmas along with so many events? You blame Finn for that. I mean, that's pretty much the answer.
Yeah, you definitely blame Finn for that.
Mm-hmm. Darkside Ranger J1999 question: will Revan be coming back at the end of the fiscal year, or will Ranger join CG in the new Darth Revan release right around that time? I mean, it's not going to come this quarter. I think it may come in February. If they come in February, it might be that Revan is needed for whatever Malik or something like that. It's possible that they're kind of chaining the events together. But I think February is probably a realistic time to have Revan return. I wouldn't expect him any sooner than that, and it could very well be later than that.
Very late February, please.
Yeah, it'll probably be late February. Let's see. Question for Ranger from Thane.
No.
See, that's what I should do. Nope.
Is this question from Thane? No.
If it's a legit question, yes, I'll answer it. If not, then if it's got internal twins or any of that other crap nonsense, just no.
You know it is.
So don't even. I'm not even. 2019 resolution SWGOH got not to answer any more of those goddamn internal questions.
Okay. Caligula Pippin Papadoxakopoulos. Question: when will it be time to retire Loki and have Grande's spot filled? What? You can bring in T-Money or go for the bottom of the barrel and bring in Mobile Gamer. Guys are so mean.
Oh, whoa.
So much hate for Mobile Gamer. Goddamn.
I don't
Vicious,
understand
guys.
What did he? Show me on the Revan doll where Mobile Gamer touched you.
God.
Oh, he
Loki
did touch
was
you
on
there as
the-
well. Yeah, screw him.
Loki was on the lunch stream. He joined us for the lunch stream. He's on his vacation and stuff. I mean, it's the holiday time, and Grande is still getting used to his new house and his setup.
Grande
and
is
stuff.
Grande.
His schedule's a bit different, so. Let's see. Vader does TCG question. Did EA ever give the 20 Zeta holiday gift? Yes. Yeah, they gave that out.
All right, let's get back to this Grand Arena. Who do they want me to face next? I've been showing the team so they can see it. Let's let them pick the next team, and we can keep doing questions. I just want them to tell me which team they want to face next and who to use.
Let's see. They're saying take on the Bosk, I think.
All right, who do we want to use for that?
Oh, Dark Tallywhack My Knacker is asking you to take it on so he can figure out what's a good team to beat it.
Well, who do we want to use to beat it?
I use CLS. CLS Change is my team to beat Bosk teams.
So you want me to use CLS?
That's who I use. I don't know.
Not Han and Chewie, but CLS.
Well, I put Han and Chewie. Well, so typically I put Han and Chewie on.
So that they know. Okay. Well, I've got them available, but we can. If you want me to use Chase, I can. If you want me to use Han and Chewie, I can use those two.
I mean, it's up to you. Let me see if the chat has any preference. You guys can pick what Ranger uses against the Bosk team. In the meantime, while that's coming into the chat, next question from Caligula Pippin Papadoxakopoulos. Question: what gear level does my Poe have to be to take out a Traya team in Grand Arena and for Nukin to shut down his channel instead of Arnold?
Oh my god. What is happening?
So much anger against other people, goddamn.
Seriously, what is going on?
It's not the gear level. It is the speed. The speed of Poe is going to be your critical factor. So how fast is your Poe and how much potency does he have? Because if you put a debuff on Scion and Traya, then Nihilus is going to gain turn meter because you put the exposes on him. And then if he has exposes, that means he is probably going to do his Drain Force. And when he does the Drain Force, then your team is basically going to be screwed. But if you hit Nihilus with the turn meter reduction, then your team will probably be off to the races with the exposes. And so the mods are going to be more important than anything else. And you have to go quickly because Traya will dispel those exposes when it's their turn. So you have to look at the tenacity of the Traya team. You have to look at the speeds and make sure that your Poe is faster. It's not necessarily the gear, although there is gear that helps, right? If you get the Gear 12 Plus pieces, Poe has a couple of those +6 thermal detonator, I think it's Mark 6 thermal detonators that give him speed and stuff. So I think he has those. It's been a while since I geared Poe. But whatever you can in order to speed him up, that's going to be key.
So I guess we're going with the CLS.
They're saying Han. No, Travis Anderson said CLS Han Chewie.
Well, Wargirl said CLS and save Han and Chewie, so I need another vote here.
All right, we will wait. We will wait for the tiebreaker. CLS with Chase or CLS with Hanchu? Takedown Games is saying go to Troopers for bots.
We already used Troop. Well, we used the first 3 Troopers.
We used the good Troopers anyways.
Well, I still got 3 Cold Troopers left, so.
Yeah, no, but now you don't have a lead, right? Because you use Veers.
I used Thrawn.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't use Thrawn against.
All right, I got a vote. All right, we're gonna go Chewie. Where's Chewie? Chewie.
Hanchu it is.
On Chewie it is.
Okay, so next question is... Oh, God. Okay, this is a question from Thane for the ladies. You guys can guess what kind of question it is. Do you want to answer it?
Yeah, I'll answer it.
Okay. God. For Ouchie, the question is marry, F, or kill Grande, Ranger, or Finn?
I'm gonna have to kill Grande. I'll marry Finn and the other one Ranger.
Okay, there you go. Then he asked that of you too, McVenom.
Not answering.
There you go. Okay.
Not answering that.
All right. Next one from Grand Admiral of the Republic. Question: does anyone else want to see TB cut in half once 3-star have been achieved for the entire sections, or see gear added to the retired stores like Galactic War Store? So technically, Galactic War Store does get you gear by Shard Shop currency. So you can always do it that way with the conversion there. Ranger, did you not put your full teams on defense?
Yeah, it was some kind of bug. I don't know why it only gave me 2 out of 3. I don't know why it did that.
No, you only put 2 out of 3. Oh my God, Ranger.
Finn, I know I'm not getting shit from you about Grand Arena, Mister. I don't give a shit about it. You can just be quiet and stick a cob up your ass.
God. So don't do what Ranger did. Oh God. There is a problem with the graphic. So it only shows 2 dots, but you can put 3 in there. So
yeah. I just went in there and put teams, and I was like, okay, but I didn't even put teams this time. It just was like up from the beginning, so I haven't really looked at it on defense. I just was like, okay, it'll automatically post it, so I didn't really care.
God. All right.
Which team next, guys? And then what team do you want me to use to beat it?
All right. So we'll see. So you guys can suggest what teams and stuff. In the meantime, next question is, let's see, where's the next question? There we go. Travis Anderson question: has anyone found any use for C-3PO? Wait for me, Zeta. Is it worth it? It's a good Zeta if you use that squad. I mean, you can do everything C-3PO does without either of the Zetas. The Zetas just help to kind of speed things along. So they're nice Zetas. Both of them, Wait for Me and the Oh My Goodness. So
yeah, I did both of them. So
I mean, they're good if you plan on using C-3PO. You can use them without it if you're only using it for like raids and stuff. But if you plan on using it for territory wars, Grand Arena, all that kind of fun stuff, they're both good Zetas. But you need to use them with R2 to really make use of the Wait for Me.
Yeah, I figured I'm going to be using them in different areas. That's why I'm working on 3PO, and since I know I'm going to be using them in multiple areas. You can say I did both Zetas already, so... And now I'm hoarding again. Because, no! I have 3 for...
By the way, everyone is pretty impressed out here at how quickly you were ready to kill off Grande.
Yeah. I mean...
They said you were very quick with that one. Next question, Takedown Games. Question, what's coming next? Free-to-play TIE Bomber, then ETA 2 in the next few weeks. When will the new KOTOR characters be following these ships? Yeah, TIE Bomber is probably coming, I would say probably in the next couple weeks. The ETA 2 probably has about a month, I think, before it goes into free to play. Because the ETA 2 is not even in the shipments yet, right? I think the TIE Bomber is, but not the ETA 2.
You're right. There is no Anakin ship right now.
Yeah. So you have like another month probably before the Anakin ship. And then the KOTOR characters will probably follow that they become free to play probably in early February as we get the start of Sith month. That would be my guess. Caligula, Pippin, Papa, Doxicopoulos. Wow, I think he's just trolling everyone. Question: when will Zai reach 51% win rate for territory wars?
Oh, snap.
Well, 1, when Mist starts to pull his weight, and 2, when territory wars returns. There you go. I'm just gonna blame it on Mist for not doing anything. Grand Admiral of the Republic. Question: sometimes Tit sounds tired or uninterested in the game. What does she do to keep motivation going?
Tits is a lot of the times tired and uninterested in the game. I have to keep motivated through RSG. Like Finn and Ranger keep on me. My guild leader, he stays on me. I don't know. Sometimes I just kind of go through phases where it's just when you don't spend a lot of money and you're not like really one of those in your face all day players, it's hard to stay focused on it. So I just kind of, this is what keeps me in it, to be honest. RSG, doing the streams, my guild. So this is why I like the new things coming up, like the 3v3 arena. I don't know whether I really like it, but I like the new things that come up. Like I just cleared the board. Finn, did you see that?
I did.
I sent you a text. I just cleared my Grand Arena board. This is the first one that anybody set defense, so this is kind of fun for me.
Very nice.
So I don't know.
Oh, and you put Treya on defense. Interesting.
I did put Treya on defense because he didn't have a Treya, so I was like,
oh,
put it on defense just to kind of really screw him over. Yeah, but that's how it is. I mean,
all right. So there you go. Next
I don't
question.
know. Did I even answer that? I kind of got around the.
Yeah,
was
you
like
did.
distracted.
You answered it by basically, quote, paraphrasing the Beatles. You get motivated with a little help from your friends.
With a little help from my friends. Yeah, that's it.
That's science. Okay, Takedown Games question: how has everyone's 3v3 been going? Any exciting comps or fights? Mine. I'm gonna lose this one. My offense was cannibalized for the defense from the stream, so I don't have enough to do anything. I clear 2 territories and I'm stuck on a Bastila team. I don't have enough to get through it. So, Tits just says she's clearing hers. You're watching Ranger do his. Ouchie, have you done anything yet with your 3v3 this round?
I had a very bad experience on day 1 yesterday. I think yesterday, day before yesterday. Really awful Treya team. It wasn't even a wacko Uber Treya team, but I saved most all my good things for offense, and I couldn't break it, and I got so upset. I mean, I almost cried. I was so frustrated.
Aww.
It was there and then that I swore off 3v3, and I didn't touch my alts 3v3 at all, and didn't touch mine except for today. I decided I'll just put in my strongest things instead of just auto setting what I had for day 1. I just put in all my strong stuff on defense, and I'm not going to do anything. I really hate it. It's distasteful. I'd rather Zeta Dooku than play 3v3.
Wow. It's so weird, different personalities and different interests in the game, because I actually could see myself really getting into 3v3. Only because I just started playing around with it. The stream was going on. I was kind of like playing around and was able to clear the board because I was like pulling from the bottom barrel. And I can't make a 5 good squad, but I can make 3 out of my crappy characters. I can make something happen with 3. So it worked. I don't know. Maybe give it a chance. Give it another chance. You just had one bad experience.
Did that guy make it to the finals at least, Ouchie? Is he one of the 2 people?
I don't even know. I stayed out of it, and I went in today to set my defense, but I didn't check what everybody's rankings were. All I know is that the guy I'm up against now hasn't fought me yet. The only thing that will give me some satisfaction is seeing him fail against my teams. Hopefully, that'll happen.
All right.
Yeah. See, people saying 3v3 is easier to win than 5v5. No, it's not. It depends on the team. Depends on the team. It doesn't always work that way. There's some teams that you need 5 people.
Yeah, like when you
That's
go
how
in with the Zeta Fin trooper and shit all geared into the teeth and everything, and Exposed doesn't seem to want to land in the goddamn game. Fucking stupid game.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Ranger.
Alright, so if we picked one, which one do they want me to do next? Come on, guys. We've got a Nihilist team with Scion and Basla. We've got a trade team.
Takedown said use Rebels against Darth Nihilus.
Against Darth Nihilus?
The Darth Nihilus team. Yeah.
What Rebels does he want me to use?
I'm assuming Wedge Big, so I think that's all you have left, right?
No, I've got quite a lot of Rebels left.
Oh, do you have Jin?
Jin, I've got Cassian, I've got Biggs Wedge, I've got R2, Han.
Okay, specify what Rebels you want him to use. Takedown. Okay. In the meantime, next question is from Thane from McVenom. Is that just a no?
Just do it. Just
Okay.
do it.
How is your Galactic Republic fleet coming along?
You're assuming that I actually am working on my Galactic Republic.
And there's your answer.
There's your answer.
Next
She's on a very specific regiment thing we have her working.
I am sticking on target. Staying on target. So
Almost there.
Next question, Darth Tallywhack, my knacker. Question, who is the best counter for a 3 completed Zeta, CLS, Han, and R2 team?
that one is funny that you said that because I just went against one of those and it took me a good 4 freaking teams to take it out. It was really hard for me to take that one out.
What did you end up? What teams did you use?
I had to piecemeal and just focus on one character each squad, and I can't even remember which ones I did. Hold on, let me pull it up.
He wants.
I mean, I would say GK
Riggs,
Barris and
Fulcrum?
Princess Leia, where you can hide it because they don't have any AOE dispel.
So yeah,
So I would say GK Barris and then Princess Leia would be one of the teams you can use. I've seen that on defense a lot too, but that can work on offense against that one, I think.
I think I used something with Range Trooper in it too. I don't know why I did, but somehow I took out somebody with Range Trooper. But it was just a
because
it
they
was
have
good.
no taunt. It's a pseudo taunt with R2. So here's one of the interesting strategies. Also, I don't know if you did this or not, Tits, but once you have 2 attacks and you have to do a 3rd attack, right? There is no incentive to beat it on the 3rd attack. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, they're all going to be the same amount of points. So what you want to do is to try to make sure that you maximize your protection points and your health points and all of those points. So what you can do is send in one of your really low-level characters, go onto airplane mode, right, and see what the opposition does. Because you can send in low-level characters one at a time to try and eat up some of their special attacks in order for you to then bring in a squad. And, for example, R2's smoke screen would be on cooldown.
Oh, burn it up with the first low level, similar to what you used to do with Galactic War with pumping,
Exactly.
You know?
Yep, same strategy. Now,
gotcha.
You really only do that after you've already put in 2 attacks and you're moving on to the 3rd because there's no point differential there.
Yeah.
Only first win and second attack win give you anything bonus. So then you can make use of the craft characters that you have that are just kind of sitting at the edge of your roster trying to find something to do. Sacrifice them to eat up some of the specials. And then you can go in with a squad and then not have to worry about R2 putting in a pseudo taunt. And you can then focus fire because that team has no tank, so you can easily focus fire on one of them and take it out.
Gotcha. I don't remember what I was using because I was sitting there just throwing shit at it. But that was the harder team to take out than the Scion Triumvirate team. Well, not the Triumvirate, the Scion, the Palp, and the Thrawn team, which I thought would be really hard. So, but it's interesting the way the comps come together with 3. What you think is going to be hard might not be as hard as some of the simple 5v5 teams to take out. You know, does that make sense? It's
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah, the 3 versus 5 definitely changes the dynamic on a lot of teams. So it's pretty interesting to see how it works out.
Well, yeah, especially just the turns for like Scion and stuff, like always popping his thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. I think, Ouchie, you are so insanely intelligent with strategy. I think you would actually enjoy it if you give it a chance. As far as theory,
no, I'm not
crafting.
insanely intelligent with
Yes,
strategy.
you are. Yes, you
No.
are.
Ask my guild. Is anybody here in my guild watching? Set her straight.
Nobody
No.
will speak a bad word against you.
Nobody.
That is
Quote
not
Loki,
true.
you're a saint.
That's not true either. No, I don't. It's
the
too
aura
late.
of Loki remains here. I'm not going against Loki. You're a saint, Ouchie. That's what it is.
There's no hope for me in 3v3. I can tolerate 5v5. I wasn't thrilled about it. 3v3, it's too late. I'm not gonna do it. Never.
So a bum this guy he's not even attacking, and that's pissing me off. Like, come on, dude, let me see how well my
It's
stuff
still
is holding
early.
up. I wanted
It's
to do
like-
it
Yeah,
now.
it's still early.
There's
He might be in
19
Europe
hours
anyway. Yeah, he might be in Europe.
left. There's 19 hours left.
You know what? Take you both of your logic and take it somewhere else. I just want him to do it now. Now. Because right now my attention is on it. Tomorrow it won't be at all, and I won't care. So yeah.
Okay. Next question is from What Else 73 question. What's a good counter for a double Zeta Django, Zeta Boba, and Greedo team? I can't say I've fought that team, so I'm not.
Double Zeta Boba.
No, double Zeta Django.
Oh,
Single Zeta Boba. Honestly, I would just be theory crafting, and I can't tell you for sure that it would work. I have not faced that team, so I am not sure of what combinations could beat that team. Now, that team doesn't have a tank, but it's going to have several reses between Boba and Django lead.
is that? Hold on a second, Ranger. Is that Bastila keeping DN going? How is that working?
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
Yeah, because DN is not going down at all. I mean, he keeps going down, but he keeps regenning.
I went with the team that Xylo said, so.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong DN. Okay, I'm sorry, Finn. I was just looking at that, watching him do that. What were you saying?
No, we're just
I
trying to
didn't mean
figure
to
out what the potential is for the double Zeta Django team. I haven't fought it, so I can't tell you what the counter is. I mean, I would be guessing, but I've been playing around with some of the lower teams to try and find counters to things too, and some of them just don't work, even though I think maybe they'll work on paper. But also, I have a lot of unmodded characters that I went in with, so that didn't help. But because the fact that all the bounty hunters basically are going to be able to get the bounty hunters resolve is definitely going to be a problem. And that's why I'm trying to think. You would have to make sure that your team retains a lot of stuff in order to not be one shot by Boba or Django and Rez. So you also don't want to do anything crazy in terms of buffs. So I'm thinking you want a tankier team, but yeah, I'm not sure what else 73. I don't want to say anything in particular. It's a definite answer because I haven't faced the team, and it would definitely be more of a theory craft. And 3v3 theory crafting has only got me so far thus far. Like, some things work, some things don't. It's pretty interesting, but I don't know what it would be.
Ranger, I feel like you overkilled that one. That one was way too easy for you.
Oh, I don't care.
You could have split those 3 up, maybe.
All right.
Ranger totally doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't.
He's like, I don't know. I'm just.
Okay, question from Hellenix. So I asked this during the lunch stream, but I'd like Ouchie's, McVenom's, and Ranger's opinion as well. Now that we've had a couple of rounds of 3v3, do you guys like it when compared to 5v5? Personally, I hate 3v3, and as I said earlier today, all the cool kids like 5v5.
Well, that explains why I'm kind of digging it a little. I'm not a cool kid.
I think I already made my thoughts clear on this.
I think we went over that a little bit. So, yeah, I think we covered all that. Paul Bracamonte question: can you name some creative counters to the Triumvirate? I don't know if there's anything creative. I mean, it's pretty much either you can use partial. I think Thrawn is the main counter.
Thrawn,
to the
fracture them bitches. You can do it.
Thrawn and then Traya. So the Triumvirate team that I beat, I had a Traya lead with Sith Trooper, and I'm trying to remember if I can't remember if I used Assassin or Dooku, but I used one of them. I think it was Assassin. I think it was Assassin, Traya, and Sith Trooper. And it's kind of a whittled down team a little bit because it's just slow and steady repeatedly, but it's not. I ended up getting stuck on Scion with about 50% health left and needed like 30 seconds in order to finish it. So it was a 2-attack team. But yeah, I think Thrawn Magma is another combo that you can use in order to beat it.
I wish I had Magma up.
I don't know of any super creative. I mean, if your team is faster, then you're going to be able to get some stuff done. So a faster team obviously helps with counters. So.
Finn, get to the questions. I have questions.
You have questions?
I have questions. So finish these so I can ask my questions.
Oh, we have a lot of questions. Do you want to get yours?
So I'm wondering, as far as the Chewie event, like if my bounty hunters are good enough, or should I push more into them?
I can look at your roster. Let's see. Let me get your roster here really quick, and I'll tell you where you are. Where's your roster? There's your roster.
So, like, I was trying to finish off my Nice Sisters. I got Zombie to 11 today. Didn't you say I need to take her to 12, though?
Your Zombie? You can take her to 11. If you can take her to 12, that's fine. But Zombie at 11 is fine.
So
she's minimally needs to be 10.
So I can leave the Night Sisters alone now and move on?
Let me see. So your Night Sisters... I would work on Talia a little bit for your raid, but yeah.
Yeah,
I would get Talia to gear 11, and that's
so
it.
So then I could go ahead and move on to Bounty then.
Yeah, now the problem with your
Boss,
Bounty Hunters is you're doing it without Dengar.
Yeah, I know. But he's so hard to get short. Yeah, I mean, like...
He's guild store, and you just have to keep on watching it.
It's a hard farm.
Yeah, but your Dengar is 5-star gear 5 right now, so you're not going to be able to obviously use him for the 7-star. The team that you're going to run is Bosk, Boba, ADA, Greedo, Cad Bane. It can work, but you're going to be running into a good bit of RNG with R2's stealth. It's going to be a mechanic that's going to cause you a lot of issues. So just kind of keep that in mind. Yeah.
So I have some Omegas saved up and a lot of Zetas. Is there anything on that team that I need to level up as far as that goes?
I would not Zeta any ability just for the Chewie event.
No Zetaing, but I definitely need to get Greedo, his threaten up maxed.
I mean, Greedo is a good character overall, so I would work on his threaten, because his threaten needs a Zeta. I wouldn't put a Zeta.
Oh, does it? Oh, crap.
Yeah.
I almost clicked that. No, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right. So what about IG's?
They're not bad Zetas, right? But if you're doing it just for the first
Zeta, holy crap.
Yeah. You can get the Omegas up on the characters. Now, you can make a decision between 88 and Cad Bane as to which ones you like, but one of those two would be good.
I need to do something with.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll go to the next question, then we'll look at McVenom's. I'll look at McVenom's roster again. Next question from Andrew Kopta. Question for the Heroic AAT raid Phase 4. what do I need to do to attack the B2 droids and side cannons on auto? It always locks me on the hull for some reason. Yeah, so it locks you on the hull if you auto select. So normally it just keeps on rotating your target like it's silly. If you tell it to, like, in the first round, like, force onto the B2 droid, it'll do the B2 droid, it'll kind of go around, then you topple, and then it's stuck on the hull. And then moving forward, it's basically going to get stuck on the hull. You can't get it to auto specific targets whenever you want without pressing on it. The AI would be random otherwise. So if you're doing something on auto, then you want something maybe with an AoE that can kill the B2 droids as well, or maybe something with a daze like a Wampa. If the Wampa will use AoE, but the Wampa's also stupid and uses AoE when things are toppled. So you still need a manual level of control, depending on what characters you're using. Okay. Next question. God. So many questions about Count Dooku. Paul Bracamonte, question for you, Ouchie.
Yeah.
Why do you hate Dooku? He's a good man and he's a freaking count.
She already went through the whole thing about why she hated him.
I know.
She had a bad experience.
It's his scooting back and forth on roller skates over and over. No one would fight that way, right? If he's going to do a multi-attack, roll forward one time, hit however many times he's going to hit, and then go back. That's all. If they had just had it done that, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Annoying, but fine. It's just got very early on in the game, especially, was hard to sit through. And I still see it a little bit now with my alt.
But now you can get the power of the Scooty.
Yeah, no.
You get the power of the Skatey Scooty.
I don't want to do the Dooku scoot.
Why? Oh my god, the Dooku
Scoot,
Scoot needs to be a
boogie.
dance for good old Maurice. We need the Dooku Scoot for Maurice.
I will definitely watch Maurice do a dance called the Dooku scoot. That would be awesome.
That would be pretty awesome. Okay, next question. What else? 73 question. What's a good counter for Django, Embo, Greedo? You guys rock, by the way, in case we haven't told you yet today. Well, thank you.
Oh. Who was that?
That was What Else 73.
Oh, I love What Else. He's awesome.
You're facing a lot of Django leads. I haven't faced any Django, so I really don't know what the good counter is for it. I mean, as part of all of this, I'm gonna look for 3v3 videos and stuff that people have put out to kind of learn more about some of the team comps that people are facing. But I haven't seen Django in my group, so I can't tell you. That one seems less intimidating than the other one because of Boba being also a Rezer, versus this one that just has Django being kind of the linchpin, and then Embo and Greedo. So I would just try to burn one of them down quickly, but I don't know what the best team would be. Again, we don't even know how often 3v3 is coming, so this might be theory crafting for like once every 2 months or something. So we'll have to see what kind of cadence they put Grand Arena on. Hermetized question: recommended Zeta order for First Order with consideration to both Territory Wars and Grand Arena. Crew lead, crew unique, and then First Order Stormtrooper. Those are the 3 Zetas you need. And I would go in that order because crew can be used in multiple spots, even outside of First Order. Okay, I asked that one. Dark Tallywhack, my knacker question: if I Zeta CLS lead now, how much easier will the Rebel events get? I run CLS, Han, R2, Ahsoka, Fulcrum, and Akbar, all gear 12, done up to gear 12 plus. If you're talking about that EP event, it helps. I have a Zeta, but I don't think the Zeta was doing it. The team that I run, if you're talking about the Rebel, the Rebel Omega event and stuff, where the last phase is like EP, Vader, Thrawn, that one I can pretty much actually auto. and that one is because I run CLS, Han, Chewie, Chirrut, and Baze. And that one gets me the auto. If you're running it without any kind of tank or any kind of real heal, you're going to make it a little bit difficult on yourself with that team. Let's see. Hellenix question, without you unlocking Dooku today, is it the sign of the end times?
Pretty much.
Yeah, the game might be in trouble.
Yeah. That's... Yeah. Joyson question, we recently got Holdo on the store. Do you think it will mean something? I mentioned this earlier. I've been saying for a while, I think Holdo's getting a Resistance capital ship soon. So it would not surprise me one bit if that's what that's implying. Let's see. Next one, what else? 73 question. Should I just level up C-3PO to gear 85, gear him up, and switch from my Traya team to CLS Rebel team already? Seems that's the way we're going. You can. I mean, they're both really effective teams. I don't know if you necessarily have to switch from one to the other. You can maybe switch back and forth and not necessarily just switch from the Traya to your CLS team. Keep both of them modded and ready to go. There's a lot of different variants in the mods that both teams utilize depending on what your setup is for the Traya team, so you can have two viable comps there. What else? 73 question, could the Holdo pack indicate resistant capital ship? Yep, that's what we were just saying. Xylo 1111 question, finally unlocking Traya tonight. Congrats.
Hey, congrats.
I don't have a good Sith trooper. How should I mod Traya? Depends on what you're facing.
Yeah.
If you're worried about Revan, you have to mod Traya tanky. That's basically what you have to do. Without a good Sith trooper, that means you also need to make sure you work on your Fallen Bastila, because Fallen Bastila has to make it so that Traya doesn't take as much damage. It's still a difficult win against a Revan team, but it can work. If you're not facing a lot of Revans, or you're not concerned about Revans, then you can focus on a offense and speed heavy Traya. That will then provide you a fast Traya, which makes it a lot better against non-Revan teams. But against Revan teams, your Traya is going to get killed. So it just depends on what you want to focus on. Famok question. Oh, not a question, but I 7-starred my boss on Christmas Eve. Well, congrats. Just in time for the event. So congrats, Famok. Then he has a question. How should I gear him? Right now I have health and tenacity set. I would make sure that he does have some speed on him. He does get a lot of taunt recovery and all of that, but you do need him to go early in order to get his taunt on in the first place. Plus his net ability is really cool. So I think health and tenacity are fine. I'd also make sure that he has some speed on him. He recovers a lot of health and protection anyways, so all of that will just kind of keep on coming back to him. Let's see. Question from Grim. Question, do you think CG will stick to the whole no Falcons that Chewie and Han pilot with the new one? I mean, and I'm not reading the second part. Good Ranger will kill you. No, I think Han and Chewie are coming with this Millennium Falcon. Whenever they bring out the next one, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Han and Chewie. They've trolled us enough with the other ones. Gav P. Question, what's the most surprising Grand Arena team you faced? And have you guys found the Zeta Finn trio exposes aren't sticking in Grand Arena? Well, Ranger just had that.
Demonstrated the hell out of that. We demonstrated that with... That's science!
So there's that. The other thing, too, to keep in mind about that is, let's say that 60% of your exposes will stick, right? When you have 5 people, you can expect 3 people to hit with the exposes, so you can kind of spread it around. With this one, that would just be about 2 of the 3. And it's very easy to only end up with the expose on 1 from Poe or something like that, right? So it's also because of less numbers, the chances also look like it gets skewed, and you don't have as many targets in order to hit with expose to get your turn meter. So it's one of the downsides of Zeta Finn in the 3v3 battles. As for the most surprising Grand Arena team I faced, mean, so both my losses so far in Grand Arena were in the finals. Both of them were because teams that were put on defense and stuff basically ate up my offense, and I just got stuck on a team that I couldn't beat. The first time was because of Bosk, because I just didn't have the characters to get through Bosk anymore, and this time I'm stuck on Bastila because I just don't have the team to get through it. There hasn't been anything terribly surprising from my end. Ouchie doesn't do 3v3 anymore. Tits, did you see any interesting defenses when you were clearing your opponent just now?
Not anything interesting, like different. It was mostly standard meta heroes. They just kind of combined together. Let me look again, just to make sure. He did, the CLS team, the JTR with R2. Well, no, the JTR with BB-8 and Ray. And then he did Palp, Scion, and Thrawn. He's got a Zeta Maul, Vader, and I can't remember who the other one was.
I have seen a lot more Zeta Mauls. That is one
that was a Zeta Maul
that I've been seeing more of. But I don't think it's anything particularly intriguing or interesting. I have been theory crafting some teams, and I want to test them the next time 3v3 comes out. But again, I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know how often it's going to be. So we'll see how much effort goes into this whole 3v3 thing. I wouldn't go too overboard with it yet, and just continue and stay focused with whatever you were farming. Don't go too crazy with 3v3.
This one was interesting. It was a DN Kylo, Zeta Kylo, or Xylo, I guess, and Sith Trooper. But it wasn't that hard to beat, though.
Yeah. That just seems like it's one of some GP teams or something.
I know, but I don't know why I'd waste DN right there, though. Feels like a waste.
Yeah, it does feel like a waste. Okay. Next question. God. Paul Bracamonte question: why did Anakin try to jump over Obi-Wan instead of jumping to the side? This keeps me up at night.
Because he underestimated my power!
There you go. That's it.
Ben, do you still have the new player guide?
Yeah, I still have it. We need to record a new one, by the way, Ranger, at the start of the year. Because a lot has changed.
You think?
Since we recorded that. That worked for the beginning of 2018. We need to record a new one for 2019. So I think we should plan that at the beginning of the year. We need to plan to do the stream.
So Uncle Doge, the other one is still in RSG library. There, you'll see it.
I'll get the link for it.
They'll update it. They'll update it soon too. So just
we'll record it. So what we did last time with that Uncle Doge is that we actually did a stream where we went through the entire game, new player, and made in like a new player guide, and basically went through like everything. And with that, we're talking about stuff that you can farm and all of that. And we always make sure that we recommend this. When you watch a video, make sure that you see what the date of it is, so you know how relevant the stuff is. And so I'm putting the link in the chat. And this one is one that we made in January of 2018, so it was the start of this year. There has been a lot of things that have changed. Mods is one thing. The release of Revan is another thing, right? And these are both like these are really high demand characters. The impact of Kylo Ren and First Order, which then leads you to Jedi Training Rey and BB-8. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that changed in the game with regards to Grand Arena and the way they do territory wars. I mean, all of this kind of compiles. So we're going to we'll find time at the beginning of the year to probably stream another new player's guide and then put together like the encyclopedia that we did this one. So that'll be something on the top of our, I think, to-do list for 2019.
Kylo Ren.
Let's see. Next question. Gav P question: how have your matchups been in Grand Arena? I've no Revan or Treya, but everyone in my group have one or both. I still won my first 2 bouts like a bad man, though. Well, if you're a bad man, that's pretty awesome.
That's right.
I do have Treya. It looks like everyone in my group also has Treya. Last round, I faced somebody with a Revan, and I beat him. The matchups have been fairly equal, I have to say. GPs and everything are fairly close. I think our GPs and everything are fairly close. So I think the matchups so far have been pretty good. I've seen some that are a little skewed because some people have more GP in their ships versus characters, and the matchups have been more towards the characters for like these ones with 3v3. So the ship GP contributed them to going into a little bit of a higher bracket than they maybe should have been.
Yeah.
When it wasn't utilized, but it hasn't been anything obscenely crazy like we saw with Territory Wars, where we would have some with like 30, 40 million gaps in their GP. So far, I think they've done a decent job with the matchmaking in this.
Yeah, I think so. Have Merry frickin' Christmas.
Wargul 128 question, Finn, did the Bastila Nest GK team hold on defense for you? It did not. The only teams that I think got multiple defenses was the Thrawn, Magma Trooper, and Shore Trooper, and then the Ewok team that had 2 attacks on it. So it saved once, but that was the very last team that the guy attacked. So he might have just been at the end of his roster to kill it.
Woohoo! RSG Warmax just 7-starred Treya.
Oh,
Nice.
very nice.
Congrats.
Paul Bracamonte question, will you anime fans be playing Jump Force when it comes out?
I need to Google that. What is he talking about?
So Jump, okay, so what do you know what Jump is? So Jump is part of it's a
company that puts out, how would you
Yeah.
define Jump? The company that puts out all the mangas? I don't know how you would characterize
Yeah,
Jump.
but Jump Force is kind of its own like interesting thing. Yeah, so Shonen Jump is the group that puts out all these animes, and so Jump Force is kind of, if I remember correctly, it's like a Street Fighter style game. Which uses all of the anime characters.
Is it like console, PC, or mobile? What is it?
No, it's console. I think it's only is it only PS4? I think it's only PS4. I'm not 100%.
Well, I won't be playing that.
But yeah, it looks pretty neat. I saw some stuff for it. It's basically like a Street Fighter style game with the anime characters. But
That's
it's
right.
so far I've only heard of it for PS4. I am not sure if it's on any other platform.
Fail.
But I will look. I will definitely
We'll look at
into it.
Yeah, we'll look at it.
Let me see. That may be the last question. Let's see.
I have a question when you're done too.
Oh shit!
Okay.
The lovely Tits has a question for us.
I have a couple questions.
Oh shit!
Okay. The Captain Blackbeard question: what's the counter to a Bosk lead, Dengar Boba lead? I use a CLS team. CLS Chase is the team that I typically use because you can just control Bosk lead and then you can kill stuff pretty easily.
I went in there with CLS, Han, and Chewie. It would blasted the damn thing off the map.
CLS is just really good against Bosk lead if you saved him. So that's the one I've typically used. Next question, Tron-tacular question. Do you think a decent Xylo could solo a Zeta Cody Echo Clone Sergeant team that are all low speeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
I pretty much guaranteed he's going to get angrier and angrier, and they're going to be deader and deader.
Yeah.
Call Ryan.
What else? 73 question. Where did I miss the sale on 20 plus speed secondary mods that my opponent was apparently around for? I have 3 of them, and he has 30 characters with 20 plus speeds on them.
Oh.
Yeah. I think you might have a new player whale that you're dealing with by the sounds of that. Or he just got really obscenely lucky with his mods.
Or they're sitting in my unleveled mod section.
Oh god.
Tits, do you really want to bring that up?
She's right though. She may have like a whole gold mine sitting
Tits.
there.
God, my
Do
roster
you
review, they were
really-
yelling at me so
Do you really
hard.
want to rehash this live on the...
Oh my gosh, they were.
All right, next
yelling.
question from Andrew Copta. Question: Does anybody need a new guild member? God, I hope you weren't kicked from your guild or something. That'd be silly. But if you need a new guild, we can definitely hook you up.
Yeah, we got
Andrew
the
Copta.
Dark Lords, we got Helenex, we got all kinds
We
of
have-
folks in there.
Yeah, I'm part of the alliance.
Andrew's
They have a
GP.
whole thing.
What about
Hit
it?
me up. Hit me up, Andrew.
We have several people. Ouchie with Gist. I don't know if she has any room, but she might be able
Thursday
to help.
Carbonite.
Not at this time, no.
Okay. So she's full. But we have the Alliance, we have Frozen and Carbonite, we have Dark Lord, we have everything for you guys. So just hit us up on the Discord or wherever, and if you need a guild, we can definitely get you set up. RSG Vormax, Ouchie, do you also hate Ezra? He has a similar animation to Dooku.
No. No, he doesn't. Does he?
Yeah, when he double taps, he goes back and forth.
Yeah, but he doesn't go like 8 times.
That's correct. He doesn't go like 8 times. He'll only go twice for his basic, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, like Dooku was going like 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just endless.
Yeah. There were some weird chain reactions with Dooku compared to Ezra. Although you can
Merry
get them.
freaking Christmas.
No, Ezra's cool. I don't have a problem with Ezra.
Don't mention Thrawn or Tits and Ouchie will go goo goo gaga.
Wait a minute. I am not a Thrawn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kylo Ren, I'm sorry.
She's a
Thank
Kylo.
you. Thank you.
Like Venom is the Thrawn.
Right, but they're both shirtless and they both go, crunchy.
I like
Did
Kylo
you say-
too. but
Did you
Thrawn
say
is-
That's
crunchy?
That
right.
is what he said.
That's what I said. That's what I said, and I'm sticking to it. All right, any other questions so we can get
Yep,
the Tits'
we have a
question?
couple more and then Tits' question.
All
So,
right, let's knock 'em
Uncle
out.
Doge question: If you had one piece of advice for a new player to SWGOH with a very competitive mindset, what would it be? Been playing less than a month and want to improve quickly.
Farm characters for legendaries.
Yep. Start with your Phoenix. So we recommend this still. This hasn't really changed much. Start with your Phoenix. The reason for that is that Phoenix are both Phoenix class or in terms of their group and Rebels. You can use them in order to get Emperor Palpatine, which requires Rebels, and Thrawn, which requires you to have Phoenix. So you can work on both of them and get 2 legendary characters. You can also then work on First Order. That can help you get BB-8, which is a really good legendary bot. Or now is what we were saying, like we have to kind of redo our new player guide, is going on and working on your old Republic characters. Bastila, Jolie, Zalbar Mission, and T3. Because they help you get Revan, and Revan is currently the best character in the game.
Yeah.
So that is some of the stuff. Now, if you're being very competitive, the question that I will ask you is, do you intend to spend money on the game? And the reason I ask is because if you plan on spending money on the game, your
Be
money
smart.
makes the biggest impact now, early. Because you can gain an advantage in squad arena and in your fleets and stay up at the high ranks earlier than other people, and then you'll be able to get those ranks much easier. Versus spending money later on, now you're playing catch up to whoever may be at the top of your arena shard or in your fleet shard. So-
Merry freaking Christmas.
Yep, so
Bob. Hey, Bob.
hi Bob.
Bob.
So again, Phoenix definitely start to bring them up. You don't have to go anything crazy with them. You're just using them to start getting towards your Thrawn and your EP. They do require a lot of gear once you go beyond gear 8. So if you want to go beyond that, you can. I wouldn't put any Zetas on them, so start saving your Zetas. And yeah, then the other thing is work on your fleets. Right, you want to make sure that you are working on fleet arena because you do
Rebels
want to work
first.
on ships. They get you crystals, and that's why I'm
Zetas.
saying like your initial investment. If you plan on spending any money at all, spend it early, not late or middle, because doing it early will establish you at the top of arena and fleet arena much
So you're
quicker.
Squeaks.
Your squeets, you got to dominate those squeets. So he said it doesn't spend a lot of money, but he did spend about $100. Yeah. So then you want to make sure that you're getting characters that make a huge impact early and put you in a position to kind of retain at the top. You can work on only spending crystals and refreshes and stuff. Yeah. So we'll have to go into this a little more.
Soon. Yeah, new
That's
guide.
the right
So
way
much.
to spend it if you're going to play as a free to play, right? And refreshes is the best value for your crystals. But when you're trying to get to the top of the arena, you may want to buy shards of particular characters in order to build teams, that kind of stuff. And so we'll go through that a little bit more, I think, as we come out with the full guide. But I think what you're doing is fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. Work on your Phoenix slowly. They're all almost 5-star, so you'll be able to unlock Thrawn the next time it comes. Keep on keeping your crystals together. Don't start leveling up characters that you don't need. You may need some as you're doing light side battles and dark side battles in order to get through it. So that's another thing. Here's another thing, and I'll tell you right now, if you jump onto the RSG Discord, you can PM me, Finity, on the Discord, and I'm sure there's others too. Having good allies makes it so that you can beat the tables much easier.
Without having to level up all your crappy people.
Yep, and you don't have to level up other stuff. And
Also, you're going to win in Grand Arena a lot because you won't have a padded GP.
Yep. And I typically keep about 15 slots that I leave for newer players to ally, so that you can use my roster and stuff. And I do have an opening right now in my ally list. So if you want, go ahead and hop in the RSG Discord. You can PM me. And if you go into the SWGOH chat there and post your ally code, I'm sure you'll have a lot of people willing to help you. And we can provide you like Gear 11, Gear 12, level 85 characters that can basically dominate most of the dark side battles that you're going to be on if you're just starting. So make sure that you do have a good set of allies so it doesn't force you to work on characters that you don't need.
Did that go, and just a reminder, that doesn't go off of your squad arena. That when you use an ally, borrow an ally, it comes from the last thing that you played light side or dark side with. Yes.
Yep. So from light side, you'll get the leader from your light side table. If you
Got
look
it.
on your dark side, it'll be your leader on your dark side.
Perfect.
Cantina is from Cantina. So we can definitely help you with all of that. So hop on the RSG Discord and we can definitely hook you up with that too, and that should help.
Yeah, I'm making room
okay.
right
So
now.
he said he's can. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you can send me
Alright.
send me a message and
Yeah,
all
we
that
can
stuff.
definitely hook you up, and then you can always ask us questions whenever you want.
Yeah, hit Finn up. He loves to teach. He's like Sheldon. Talk your ear off, teaching you.
All
But
right.
it's really good info, though, so.
Gav P question: what is the best Zeta for C3PO? Will both be necessary like crew, or is there just one standout like it binds all
Ooh,
things on
This
CLS?
leads into my question, too, so go ahead and answer that. And then.
Really, he doesn't need either. Both of them help to make the team a little bit better, but C3PO can do perfectly fine without either Zeta. The other one just help him get to the end game of C3PO a little bit quicker, which is getting those confuses up, getting the translations up a little bit quicker on C3PO so he can get to his third one. I mean, it's all just trying to make it a little bit faster. Does he need the Zetas? No. So it's up to you whether or not you want to Zeta. I would do the translation one, the oh my goodness first, and then wait for me second, because the wait for me kind of makes it so you have to pair C3PO with R2 to really get the full extent. It does help with C3PO, but again, you're missing out on the R2 component of the Zeta if you don't.
I did both, so I think
Yeah.
they're both really, really good. So, because it's not just PvP, it's other things, and for me, he has been pretty damn impressive. He's only Gear 9. I just need some stun guns, 3 of them to finish him up to Gear 10. I know from 8 to 9 and 9 to 10 is a bastard. So 10 to 11 is supposed to be easier. So I'm taking him to 12. So I'll keep showing them off. But for me, they're really worth it. But that's just me. And I've got like 800 Zetas in the bank, so I don't care.
So that was a question. Actually, Jay had he sent. Jay's skipping the line here. He's not in the. He's listening into the stream, but
Well,
he's
he
texting
has
me
to
his
join.
question.
No, he's got to join the line like everybody else. God damn it!
Oh, he's got like a wife. He's got stuff going on at home, so he can't really like be actively in the
That's fine. What is his
But
But
question?
he's
What's this-
listening,
yes,
and he
what's
said,
his
"Ask Finn
question?"
for me what Omega C."
Oh, not Ranger. Well, then screw that.
Well, he knows Finn. I don't know if he knows you that well.
Well, he
Ask
listens.
Finn what
yeah.
Omega C-3PO needs. I'm limited on Omegas. He wants to use them, with Rebels, mostly in TW or GA. Not much in Arena.
His
It's-
uniques.
yeah.
His uniques are the first ones you need because
First
that's what
three,
gives him all the
four-
extra
Yeah,
bonuses.
4 uniques. 1, 2,
I mean,
3,
so
4,
so
5,
the there's one for the Galactic Republic that gives the defense penetration, so you want that Omega. There's one for the Rebels with the exposes, that gives potency, so you want that one. That gives the Ewoks
So
as well.
all 3 uniques he needs? All 4 uniques?
I mean,
5.
5?
no.
So if you're limited on Omegas, which one are the most crucial?
What does he mean
depends on
by
what
limited? If he
it
says
depends on where he's planning on running it.
I
is
just
what I'll
said with Rebels in TW or Grand Arena.
then he wants to do the Rebel one.
Yeah, there's one that gives
So-
Rebels 10% potency.
The cyborg relations. No,
Yeah.
what is it?
It's
Yeah, cyborg relations. Because
and-
that will help you to stick those exposes. If you're running Rebels, that's going to be your key one.
Yeah, cyborg relations. I was looking for that.
Okay.
So cyborg relations will be the key one with that particular team. The other thing is his basic, where you can reduce the turn meter for
Yeah.
each stack of C-3PO. It's not as important, in my opinion, as the uniques that give him specific things with the factions, assuming that you're planning on using those factions. So if you ever plan on doing him with Galactic Republic or with Ewoks or with a Resistance, right? You'll want to do those Omegas as well. But if right now all you're doing is Rebels, then all you need is cyborg relations.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay,
All right. I think that's all the questions.
that's it for the questions.
We did it, guys. Did a good job. We worked together as a team. We did it. Let's get to the end of the show. All right. So we always like to shout out our gold Patreon sponsors. These are guys that do $25 or more. So Chopper, Contingent, Corinth, Dark Teflon, Maskanata, Rose Taku, /Friend Rose and the Tour. We just want to say thank you. We appreciate all our Patreons, but these guys go above and beyond. Corinth has really stepped up of late, so I always like to give him a huge shout out for some of the things that he's done for the channel and stuff. But we appreciate everybody, and if you'd like to become a Patreon sponsor, hit the link below. You can join, and we'd be glad to have it. We use all the money to go right back into the stream, to make better streams, to do all kinds of stuff. So someday the hookers will blow, but we ain't even close to that. So right now, it's all about the damn stream. And then the ending. Tits, I'm making you do it because of what you made me go through with that damn roster.
Oh, it's so long since I've done it, and I can't even remember all of our stuff. Okay, I'm going to try. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. This is our Wednesday night stream that we do every Wednesday night, starting at 8. We have our pre-stream before that for the VIP members. We do Jedi Academy on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. We have a weekly lunch day stream, which usually involves Ranger, Finn, Grande. Is Mike in there? I think Xylo's in there, Grim. So a lot of good stuff. That starts at 12 noon Eastern. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. We have a couple of other streams that we do randomly. I think Tuesday night we've been playing a little bit of HOTS. Is it HOTS on Tuesdays?
Well, it's PC gaming on Tuesday.
PC gaming on Tuesdays. We're starting to introduce a couple more games. Again, we are still working on trying to get our Magic the Gathering stuff going, so just stay tuned. We'll let you guys know. Again, the Patreon link's down below. That helps us out a lot. Give us a thumbs up as well.
Do it now!
Subscribe. Do it now!
Stop what you're doing! Put the cookie down! Get your ass in there and hit the like button!
So subscribe to us, please. We're up 3.8. We would love to hit 4K soon. Hit the little bell so you get notifications when we go live. There's also our new charity that we're doing. What?
Stanley's upset that you forgot him about the lunch stream.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sadie. I'm so sorry.
He just wrote in chat #snub.
I love you, Sanely Red. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to forget you. I'm terrible at this. I'm
That's
terrible.
what
This is why I
happens
never want
when.
to do it.
No, well, that's what happens when you're the back door guy. Shut up, Saley.
Stop it. Support RSG. We're doing a charity stream right now. We just did our charity stream. We're doing a charity right now. We're partnered with the American Cancer Society with a charity campaign. So you can click on. I think there's a description in this stream for our Tiltify page to donate there. You can also donate directly to the American Cancer Society's team page for Reality Skewed Gamers. There's also a link for that. We have, let's see, what else do we have? That's it, right?
Yes, you did a good
Yeah,
job.
that's pretty much
and
it.
join our Discord. If you're not joined to the Discord, there's a lot of good information there. And yeah, I think that's it. Did I hit everything?
Yeah.
You did. Except the back
A quick
door,
update
man.
on the challenges and stuff that we have going on the Tiltify. We had the question in the VIP chat, so I'll mention it here. We have Super Chat disabled right now, primarily because we want everyone to be donating to the American Cancer Society right now while we have this campaign going instead. I am always checking the Tiltify because on Tiltify you can actually put a comment that shows up. And so just like you guys have been doing with Super Chat and you putting those comments, I'm ready to read out those comments as you put them in the Tiltify. And there's still a lot of fun things that you guys can donate to. We have the challenge for me wearing a silver and white wig with glitter and rhinestones to the ACS dinner on Friday, on the Friday before the marathon. And currently, it is at 350 out of 1,000, so we're on our way there. We also have Grande wearing a shirt that says "I am CG Carey's pool boy" at Disney, and that's currently at 110 out of 500. So we're on our way there. We do have Nukin. Nukin is giving away a Blue Yeti mic or a Blue Nano mic, or a Lola headphone to whoever. That's the winner's choice, whichever one he wants, to one lucky person who donates to that challenge, and then we will give it away. So we have to hit 500 on that challenge. Currently we're at 80, so every dollar that you donate to that will get you entered to win either the really awesome Blue Yeti mic, the Blue Nano mic, or the Lola headphone. So that's still available. We still have the rewards. So if you guys would like a wristband, now is the time to do it. I'm getting ready to do a big mailing of the RSG wristbands at the beginning of the year. So if you go onto the Tiltify again and go to the rewards, you will see the official RSG Stu Strong wristbands. It's again $15. All the money goes to the American Cancer Society through Tiltify, and we get to send you the Stu Strong, which is our official kind of campaign hashtag for the American Cancer Society, for our campaign here. And we will send that, we will mail that to you so you guys can go ahead and support Stu Strong, which is all based on our buddy Stu, who was diagnosed and treated for thyroid cancer. He is going to hopefully be in remission when he gets a scan in a couple of months. So we're definitely hoping the best for Stu. Stu has joined us from time to time since as well. So please make sure that you guys can check that. So check out our Tiltify page and please donate. I'm really hoping that we can hit 4,500 before the end of the year. So if you guys are able to, please donate, have some fun with it, make us do ridiculous things like wearing the shirts and wigs and all other kinds of things. Get your wristbands now. They will be available until April, but hopefully, again, we can hit 4,500 before the end of the year.
Big shout out to Ouchie Dumpling for unlocking Dooku for this charity,
thank
too.
you.
It's very sweet,
Yes.
very thoughtful of you. We know how much you hated it.
It's all right.
But you did
Also,
get
I
shout
love
out
you
to
guys,
Xylo.
so it was a labor of love.
Also, shout out to Xylo for the video of the week. And I think that's it, guys. That's a wrap.
I think it's a wrap. So make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I think what we need to do, if I can get it to work, it's not working, is we need to listen to. Let me do this.
Don't do it.
What would you like Finity to do?
He needs to dye his hair silver with sparkles and glitter and little rhinestones.
and he needs to dress up his porgy, and he needs to put a little bow and glitter on his porg hat, and he needs to dress up his AK with sparkles.
There you go. How can you say from the mouth of babes? So everyone
So
have.
cute.
I know. Everyone, we will see you guys mañana. Have a great rest of your night, and we will holler at you later.